All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Market Prep. I hope you guys are having an amazing morning. Hopefully you guys had an incredible weekend. Good morning, Peter. How are you doing today? Peter, you are on a mute.
Oh, I'm on mute again.
There you go, baby.
There
There
we
you
go.
go.
Jeez.
It's Monday.
I know. And I just, discombobulated because it's been a busy weekend. I'm dog sitting for the next week as my daughter frolics on in somewhere warm. And anyways, so I was out early, and my God, it's a lot of work. For those of you with pets, it's a lot of work. She's got a very he's a great dog. He's got a lot of long fur, though. We went out for a walk. Unfortunately, it snowed last night. Fresh, wet snow, still snowing here in Canada. And look at this guy. He was doing leg weights by the end of the walk. If you've never seen a dog in the deep snow, just try and zoom in on his paws there. Take a look what that looks like. He is so covered with snow. It's so matted in his fur, you can't even see his paw. It just looks like a giant snowball there. So in any event, it was he's busy now, sitting on the floor here behind me, frantically trying to pick all the snowballs out of his paws as he's chewing them all out there. So anyways, but a lot of fun. No complaints.
That's awesome, man. Friends, quick look at our gappers as we're going to get into a bunch of fun things this morning. Here is our gappers list today, and as you can see, we are swinging to the downside this morning. So many of our great tickers on the downside of things. And so just a lot of gapping down this morning. A little bit in the green. We'll see what's driving these guys up. Some big numbers here, 73.44. I know the prices might be lower, maybe, who knows, but 40%, 15%. So whatever's swinging high seems to be a very, just notice this. All of them are low flow stocks. 6.5 million, 1.2 million, 1.3.2, and 600,000. So that'll be fun. We'll see what's driving that. But before we get to all that fun stuff, let's take a quick look at our U.S. economic calendar, and see what's going on there.
Well, nothing's going on there. Unlike Friday when we had an embarrassment of riches in terms of stuff on the economic calendar, today we don't have much. It is, in fact, completely empty, which means we just get to focus on the market itself, which is actually moving. Well, I mean, we'll talk about this, but yeah, it's moving. I don't know if you like the way it's moving, but it is moving. So we'll focus on the stuff that's on the gappers. As I said, unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of low float. It is a Monday, which is pretty typical. But I think we're setting up for a volatile week. Might not be good for your long-term portfolios, but I think we might get some decent trading out of it.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you, Peter. All right, friends, let's get to it. We'll take a look at the first one. Here's going to be RDFN. We've seen this ticker in the past before, RDFN. And if we look at this, not a great trading stock, but let's see what's happening today. Right now, we are up 73% on this thing. Again, it's a $10 stock. Went from $5.50 as high as $10.95 right now. I mean, this thing is rocking, Peter. What is moving this? This is Redfin. If you guys remember this ticker, we've seen plenty of times.
Yeah, so this is Redfin. This is like a real estate mortgage company. Anyways, there's another company out there called Rocket Co's? What the heck is that? Anyways, Rocket is the name of the company. Apparently they're buying them out. So this is a buyout, 1.75 billion. It's an all stock deal. Usually stock deals can sometimes give you a little bit of movement and some opportunity, but I don't think the real estate trusts and real estate stocks don't typically trade that well to begin with. So the fact that it's real estate and it's a buyout, I think we just move on. I mean, it up significantly, as you point out, having closed Friday under $6, and now we're over 10. But I don't think it's going to give us much fun in a trading perspective.
Yep, 100%. All right, let's move on to the next one on here, guys. It's going to be MLYS. So MLYS, we are up 43% on this one, 2.8 million shares traded. So we got some volume there. Again, another one that is a low flow, sitting at 1.3 million shares flow. So again, typically not something we love here, at least personally. But Peter, what's the news on this one?
Well, it's Monday. We got to have at least one nominal biotech on the list. Usually we have a few. And this is one we have not looked at before, Mineralis Therapeutics. They did have positive trials from a launch of their launch HTN and advance HTN trials of, I don't know, whatever this treatment is. It's a treatment for uncontrolled or resistant hypertension. So anyways, good trial results. Like you pointed out, Carlos, this is sort of in the low float bucket. It's sort of just on the edge. I see 24.5 million shares in the float. It's just around the range that we normally don't like to trade that much. If you like low floats, then maybe this is an opportunity for you, but I'm just going to stay away from it.
Yeah, this one is not looking fun. All right, let's keep going with the low flow stocks here this morning. That's what's making up not majority, our entire gap up list. Next one's going to be TRVI. So TRVI, I don't recall seeing this one in the past. Trevi Therapeutics, we are moving up here 40%, 7.1 million shares traded. Again, low flow day today looks like. Pre-market action on all of these looks the best one so far, right? Because the bio, even though the bio on Redfin looks more active, usually that type of news is not going to trade very well. So if you're low for trade, looking for some opportunities, this could look interesting. Peter, what's the news on it?
Again, another biotech. They have positive top-line results from a phase 2A trial of for patients with refractory chronic cough. So again, good news for them. This one, I like at least the way it's moving a little bit better than the previous one we looked at, but still, again, you got to be a low float trader to really love this one.
Yeah, yep. So it is looking pretty good pre-market, but again, keep in mind it is a low flow sitting at 3.3 million shares traded, up 41%. Decent volume, guys, 7.1 million shares traded. So looks the best one so far, but let's take a look at even lower float, 600,000, VRN. So VRN, Inc. These guys are up 15%, 1.3 million shares traded. Again, you do have some movement here. Again, the daily on most of these, we're not even talking about it, but the daily usually looks pretty crappy, right? With very, very light volume today, we're going to see a little bit more on this one. And this one seems over the last couple of days has been getting an increase in volume. You can see here at the bottom. Not sure if that means something is cooking here, but Peter, what's the latest and greatest?
I think it's 600 million in the float for this guy. But this is a merger. It looks like this is Varen Inc., an oil and gas, an oil and condensate producer. It looks like they're going to merge with Whitecap Resources in a strategic combination to create what they're calling a leading light oil and condensate producer, with concentrated assets in the Alberta Montney and Duvernay areas. Anyways, okay. So basically they're combining with Whitecap Resources to create a $15 billion company. And another sector that frankly I don't like to trade that much. So we could probably just move on from it. Not much more to say there.
Yeah, it looks horrible. We'll definitely move on. Man, you could tell I'm looking at our YouTube numbers because I got the YouTube screen up on the side. 198 viewers. People are just like me right now, feeling very sleepy. This time change crap, it is the worst thing. Well, I can't say that because I'm sure it happened for a reason. But now, in the age where everything updates on its own, everything is just great. What is this? What is this moving time? Makes no sense. Throws my kids off completely. They don't want to go to bed earlier. Yeah. They definitely do not want to wake up earlier. It is just, it's messy, man. It's messy. I don't understand. And I hear Peter, a lot of people like they like some people don't want to change it because it'll mess up some other parts of the area. So if they change it to take it off for us, the US would throw them off. Who cares? As long as we're good, doesn't matter. What do we care about other people? Let's just focus on what's best for our country.
Yeah,
God.
I think the reality is not everybody can agree to remove it, so we're continuing. But I agree. I think somebody needs to take the lead and just start
removing
it. This isn't this is an outdated concept. We got to get rid of it. There's no value to it, in my
Oh
opinion.
man,
So,
I already
anyways,
wake up at 5 in the morning. Waking up this extra early is not fun. All right, let's go back to this list here. That covers our gap up list, guys. Again, a bunch of garbage trucks. So it's not looking good. I don't like it. Unless you're a low flow trader, you might like some of those. But for the most part, nothing looking great there. Peter, we'll go to you. What do you like? Anything on the gap up that you like so far?
you know, I literally have nothing. Every single stock on all of my lists are red. There's a couple of the ETFs in that are green, like the Bitcoin ETF is green right this morning, but the Bitcoin prices are down from Friday, but up from the lows over the weekend. But yeah, like every single stock that I normally look at, it's all red. So we are definitely pointing downward this morning. Now, that being said, I mean, these are the types of days where the market can surprise you, and don't assume that we're going to be going down all day. I'm going to wait and see. But hey, if the trade sets up, I won't be afraid to take a trade in either direction. But for now, Carlos, I got nothing to talk about on the green side of the ledger. There's nothing gapping up that I want to mention.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
could even
I'm
find.
sorry. I'm sorry, Peter. But which one was that one? I didn't catch the ticker. The last one we were talking about.
Uh, I just was saying some of the ETFs that I'm looking at are
Oh,
up. Like
ETFs. Okay. Yep.
is a couple of, like the Bitcoin ETF I mentioned, is green. The oil ETF is green. Silver is barely green. So like, there's a few things that are green. The volatility indexes, how about that? They're green, but these are all ETFs, right? So I mean but every stock is red on my screen so far.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome, man. All right, let's take a look at what's gapping down. That is where a lot of the good stuff is sitting at right now. We'll take a look at this list. You can see everything here is on there. So we have a bunch of Bitcoin stuff leading the way. A lot of them: Hood, MSTR. We have Riot, Mara. I mean, you name it, Clean Spark. They're all on here today. So let's start there, Peter. Obviously, Bitcoin stuff down this morning. We'll take a look at Hood and MSTR. So right now, if we go to Hood. Hood at the moment down 6.7, 791,000 shares trade, breaking some new lows here, some new recent lows. All right, we had this big spot move up all the way to 66, and now we're coming back down here, down at 41.45. So you can see they're getting lower and lower. And then if we look at another one, MSTR, this morning we got some, doesn't look great. We got some volume, 894,000, down 6%, but for the most part, it doesn't look great. As far as action, right? We've seen better pre-market activity. So, Peter, as I mentioned, everything, all the Bitcoin stuff down this morning. Anything on Bitcoin?
Well, I mean, Hood specifically had some news. The market isn't happy that they have to pay out $29.75 million. Not hugely significant, to be honest. I mean, it sounds like a big number, I guess, but not really. And when you're playing it the way they play, most of it is a FINRA fine. So this is the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority. You may notice if you day trade, right, you got these FINRA fees. Normally they're like just a couple of cents a day, but they got to pay a $26 million fine to FINRA, and so that they're going to pay about $3.75 million in restitution to customers for some failings in their services. So they violated a number of rules and anti-money laundering programs. So they've got to pay some fines, but that is an additional drag in addition to just the overall market on Hood. Other than that, like I mentioned, Bitcoin price is down. I mean, again, it's at 83. Remember we were talking about the relative prices. 90,000 is a good price for Bitcoin. Over 100 is great. Anything under 85, though, is sort of what I would consider a danger zone, and it's definitely looking weak this morning. Sit at 83,200. Well, $83,262 right at the moment. It's pick any one of. Well, I mean, look, you can pick anything, and it's gapping down this morning. So, yeah, pick your poison. I mean, Carlos, we got a big list. You can, probably yell at any ticker. It's either going to be, there might be some specific news, or it's more likely the market's just taking it down like it's taking everything.
Yep, absolutely. So here it is. Let's take a look at the next one. Is going to be, so that's overall Bitcoin. I like Hood. They seem to have the best pre-market activity right now, and good volume. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that to my main list. And again, we could think about the rest of them, MSTR and Mara and all that good stuff. But Hood, as again, that's the one with the news here. It's the one leading the gap down. So we'll definitely put that on deck. RKT, Rocket Companies, not Rocket Labs, not to be confused with that one. This one is down 13.8, 1.3 million share, 1.7 million shares traded. Peter, looks interesting, pre-market here. Daily, they don't get much volume, so that could be concerning. What is the news? Is the news anything fun here?
What are we talking about? RKT?
RKT, yeah,
Sorry.
Rocket Companies.
Yeah. Well, this is the one that was buying the other one that we looked at, the only thing on the gap up list.
Yeah.
So Rocket Company was buying Redfin in this $1.75 billion deal. And as is typical, the acquiring company tends to drop and the company being acquired tends to go up. So
Yeah. All right. So, not sure how well that's going to trade. Sometimes that doesn't do too good, so we'll leave that alone. Let's look at the next one here. Lunar, LUNR.
oh my God, do I ever want to talk about this one?
Yeah, Intuitive Machines. We are down 11.2. We spoke about this on Friday. Peter, what has happened since then?
Well, you got to just feel bad sometimes for the engineers. So they announced successfully landing. I'll say successfully. They landed their Athena lander, or the IM-2 mission lander. This is the closest lander to the lunar pole that has ever been achieved. So they're near the pole. That's good. The bad news is it was 250 meters away from the intended landing site, and it landed in a crater. What else happened, Carlos? Can you guess?
Tipped over.
It fell over. I swear to God, we can't make this stuff up. A second one fell over, therefore it can't charge. They managed to download some telemetry data and information from it before the battery's depleted because it can't charge itself because it's on its side, and they've declared the mission over. So literally, like, it's like falls over, mission done. I mean, doesn't that we can all imagine how much work must go into this from a company perspective and to send this thing up and all the stuff you expect to do. I mean, I don't know, like twice in a row now that it falls over and mission's dead. Surely there's got to be a different solution they're going to put to this. I don't know. I mean, hey, it's not our mission, right? We're just watching from the sidelines, but yikes, that feels embarrassing.
Man,
Yeah,
they cannot
it
get
feels like
a win. Yeah.
yeah, like whatever you do, at the very least, even if you don't redesign it, put the solar panels on the light side of it. So if it's going to fall over onto one side, make the heavy side down, whatever. Don't put it on the buttered side of the lunar. Maybe that's the trick. Maybe they need to put butter on one side, on the opposite side of wherever the panels are, and that way that side is going to be on the downside. Anyways, all right. Anyways, poor guys. Anyways, it fell over, and that's like you've seen that ad where the guy like creates a perpetual motion machine. It's a great ad where he's like buttering a piece of toast, and it falls out of his hand and lands, of course, butter side down, as every piece of toast ever does. And then he looks over at his cat, and he drops his cat, and of course the cats always land on their feet. So he puts a piece of buttered toast and he duct tapes it to the back of the cat, and then he drops it, and it just goes into a perpetual spin because the butter side can't land, and the cat wants the anyway. So he takes that thing and puts it into his machine, and it powers his whole city. Anyways,
awesome.
It's hilarious.
All right, so there you have it, friends. Again, Lunar, we love to talk about it. Trading it, not too sure.
Yeah, and that's the problem, Carlos. It's fun to talk. I would love to be able to trade this. I love the story, as sad as it feels right now. Unfortunately, it just doesn't quite get enough volume to be a good trading stock. So maybe today, right, with this news, it's not going to be. It's not good. I mean, how low could this go? Well, I mean, we can look in recent history. Back in 2024, this was under $2. So, I mean, it's still sitting at $7.80 right now. There's good room to go down. There you go, Jared. That's the guy. But who knows what if it's really going to move that far today? I'm going to watch it. Just it's too fun for me. I have to watch it.
Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. All right, excellent, friends. Take a look at another one here, and then we'll hop around a little bit. I want to get to some of the stuff that's on the bottom of the list, like, of course, PLTR. We got Tesla, SMCI. I mean, it's the usual suspects. Bob is on here, down 3%. Ooh, American Airlines. American Airlines is getting very interesting for me long term wise, right? They keep dropping like this. Under $10, I'm always going in on that. So that's looking very good for a swing. ACHR, Archer Aviation is on here, Peter. Another one that's, again, a fun company, doesn't trade all that well, but their daily is looking interesting. They continue to drop here. They had a weird big day. If you look at this one, they went all the way to down to about 660 up to about $9. It's just a weird gap down and then the recovery. I'm not sure what happened on that day. Maybe earnings, who knows? But yeah, today they're looking pretty interesting as far as the daily goes. Not sure how well they're going to trade. Again, they could be a hit or miss. Anything going on news wise?
I mean, I don't really see anything on Archer today. I mean, they did back that day you were pointing out, February 28th, March 1st timeframe. That was really their last news. Um, they, because at that point they announced their first ever revenue generating aircraft called Midnight that they were going to launch, but I mean, I haven't seen anything out of the company since. So I think this is just moving down with the market. It tends to get enough volume that it jumps up on our list every once in a while, right? And being that it's a fairly risky stock, it's got a fair amount of movement. So I don't know what to make of it. I mean, I'm looking at the Friday's price action. It looks okay, but not having watched it over the course of the day, I don't really know how it moved. The pre-market action today is looking a little much like the algos are trading it. So I'm a little skeptical, but yeah. Uh, don't think I'll watch it. I think is the solution here.
Yeah.
There's going. I think all of the Mag 7, all the other stuff, right? They're just going to be in play. I mean, the whole market's in play right now. So I don't think I'll be watching an Archer Aviation under those conditions.
Yeah, 100%. Let's take a look, guys. I'm going to hop around here a little bit. Let's go ahead and look at Tesla as the first one I see. That I know it's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll look at Tesla. We'll start there. And this morning, these guys are down 3.73 million shares traded. And as you can see here on the daily, we just keep going lower and lower. So again, Tesla having a really, really tough time. So trying to hold on to the lows of Friday. You can see that right on there. Very close to that. And for the most part, again, it's just been on a major downtrend, right? So ever since hitting, what's the highs they hit? For close to 500 here, 487, and now down to 252. So how much Elon lost? Like 100 something billion, like 100 billion. He's still the richest
Yeah,
man in the
well,
world. That's gotta be a nice statement. Yeah, I lost 100 billion in this year so far, and I'm still at top, man. Peter, obviously this is in
Tesla.
play. We'll be watching it. What's
Yeah,
your thoughts?
Tesla's a company has lost over 700 billion in the last couple of weeks. Yeah, and analysts are starting to revise their estimates. So while the analysts have been trying to hold firm on their numbers, they're starting to revise downward. I think the global sales slump is starting to affect it. I mean, there seems to be a lot of I'm not sure if Elon anticipated this much uh, disagreement, I guess, with his political aspirations or his Doge work. But we're seeing. We all know that the like sales. BYD is eating Tesla's lunch in China as Tesla sales fall, and BYD is picking up the difference of the market share. BYD being the largest EV company by sales in China, and one oddly that we don't really trade. I mean, it is available for trade. There is a stock out there, but it just doesn't trade well in North American markets. But that's not the only market they're having troubles, right? North American sales are down. Sales have been declined 76% in Germany, 55% in Italy, 50% in Sweden. China sales we all know are down about 50%. I mean, it's that's a problem when your sales drop that precipitously. Yeah, Tesla, even the long-term fans are starting to say we might want to lighten our position. So I think there's some even tougher days ahead for the Tesla stock. So yeah, definitely play it. You guys know I like to trade it. I mean, it's a good trading stock, and the daily chart doesn't always tell the tale. In this case, I find it's one that it actually trades relatively well over the course of the day. But And I'm not going to presume which direction, by the way, right? All of that being said, there's probably some tough days, but that doesn't mean it can't pop up on any given day or in any given part of the day, right? We've seen some good upward moves on Tesla that were absolutely tradable. So one way or the other, I'm just going to let the stock, price action dictate what I'm going to do to react to it in a trading perspective, and we'll see what happens. But it's absolutely on my list.
Yeah, Tesla is it's a lot of fun, man. And I'm gonna say the same comment I said when Meta was doing this. These guys will figure it out. Meta. Remember, guys, it was dropping huge. They just have a way of finding how to take your money, and they will. So they'll figure it out. But right now, he's going through definitely a tough situation. But these guys, man, they're just brutal. They're brutal on how smart they are,
Yeah,
and
it
they'll figure it out. Yep.
China China seems to be absolutely loving this situation, by the way. I find it fascinating. The Chinese officials, who normally you don't hear much from Chinese officials unless they're directed, and maybe they're directed on this by the Chinese government. I have no idea. But like, here's a quote from this morning. China Passenger Car Association Secretary. Okay. So this is the secretary of the Chinese Passenger Car Association. Who is it? General Sui Dongshu. So I love how they put generals in charge of the China Passenger Car Association. Whole different world in China and the way things work, right? Anyways, General Sui Jiangshu noted the unavoidable risk. These are in quotes in the article, so I'll give you the air quotes here. From Musk's personal glory. Like, they seem to be just the fact that they're coming out and say, well, Musk sought personal glory with his Doge activities and created unavoidable risk. I can just see them. I can feel the glee in that statement. It amuses me.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, so we'll see. Tesla, always fun to trade, always on our list, guys. I mean, look at the volume, 3.1 million already. And again, it's been a lot of fun. All right, let's take a look at some other ones on here. We looked at Tesla, PLTR, so another one people like quite a bit. Then we'll head over to you guys, see what you guys like this morning. PLTR right now, the daily's very interesting. Look at PLTR on the daily. It's just been going up and down, up and down. Just some ping pong action here between we'll call it 79 to around 87.50 maybe, so, or 87. So yeah, some interesting stuff there. Right now on the daily, 3.8 a gap down and 3.1 million shares traded. And again, this stock is fun to watch. Like, there's times where it just lets you down. It doesn't give you the nice continuation or breakout, but it is fun to watch. It gets volume. And hopefully today we can get a good activity out of it. I do really like the way this daily's setting up here, and maybe there could be some kind of breakout eventually. Not saying today, but eventually, hopefully that can take place. Peter, anything on POTR?
There seems to be a lot of space news today. I mean, I guess that's what happens. You send missions to the moon. It creates, in sundry space news that isn't really related. There's an article this morning about them and their partnership with Voyager Technologies, which we did talk about last week. Jointly, they're creating AI-powered solutions for the space domain. But I'm just reading the article here, and I love when they put buzzwords in an article that sound good, but tell you absolutely nothing, right? It's like some of the quotes here. Our partnership is providing decision makers with critical information on operationally relevant timescales. Sounds cool, right? I just said nothing. That means absolutely nothing, right? They're taking advantage of real-time radio frequency streams and imagery to perform space-based object detection, identification, classification, and tracking. So they're like a big telescope that's identifying things. Anyways, I love how they produce these articles, and I'm not sure what they're intended to do, but they find me. Yeah, it's basically like, we're doing cool space stuff with AI. Don't forget AI. Make our stock go up. So
Absolutely. Yeah.
PLTR is well positioned one way or the other, right? I mean, obviously they've lost a lot of market value. You can find articles on that too, but so have a lot of companies. So they're in good company there, right? Like we just talked about, 700 billion lost at a Tesla. We all know that there's been $1 trillion of valuation almost lost out of Nvidia over the last few weeks. So they're in good company, as I said, with companies that have dropped. So I think PLTR is one that like, as long as it continues to get volume, it's a good trading stock. Carlos, I know that you probably watch it a little more than I do, but it's there. Like, I always have it here just in case, because you never know on what day it's going to get, that good trading volume. I mean, this thing still trades 100, 110 million shares a day on average. So, it's a going concern, and it's one that definitely is worth keeping close if you like the way it trades.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, back to our gappers list, guys. There's a bunch of stuff down here. I'm gonna look at Nvidia. We got that there. We got Baba. We got some other ones. Let's take a look at two more. I'm just gonna look at Google and Nvidia, and then I'll give it to you guys to give me some tickers to look at, and we'll look at what Peter likes this morning. Let's take a look at Google today. GOOGL. And if we look at this one, we are down 2.8, 604,000 shares traded. I like when they're moving. Again, they're not the best trader as far as day trading out of all the Magnificent Seven, but today their pre-market action does look nice. I do got to say that. So I'll give them the benefit of the doubt of trading good today. So we'll put them on our list. Looks very good. As Peter, you mentioned earlier, a lot of the Mag 7s down this morning. Here is Nvidia down 3% and going lower. Looks like 6.4 million shares traded. We love the way this one trades. Also having a tough time in the last couple of weeks. We'll put that on the list as well. All right, I'm going to stop here. I mean, this is kind of a great list for me already. We got Hood, we got Tesla, POTR, Google, and Nvidia. And there's still some more we haven't looked at. We have Dell, Amazon, Apple. I'm going to look on the sides here for a possible swing trade opportunity. So we'll see where it goes. Peter, what do you like this morning off the list?
I noticed Uber on the list this morning. Uber had some interesting work. I guess some of the analysts were looking at it and say they have long-term concerns about the viability of Uber's core business with autonomous vehicles coming into play over the next decade. So one thing you can say that Tesla is continuing with, they are continuing their robo-taxi push. I think on Friday and then over the weekend they were continuing tests in Texas, where they had robo taxis roaming the streets. It's still in the test phase there, but I think that's raising concerns that Uber's business might be more easily taken over with autonomous vehicles available and out there. Not sure how they would work, right? Because Uber could capitalize on that if they position themselves well enough to take advantage. So you still need the ability to charge people and book a car, et cetera, et cetera. So they do have the infrastructure for that. But that's so that's one that I noticed. The other one, remember Adrian in the room was mentioning, asked me to take a look at Novo Nordisk. So just looking at that NVO, they do have some negative news over and above the general market sentiment here, where the data was released for a clinical trial of their CagriSema. I'm probably not saying that. CagriSema. Anyways, it's another obesity drug, right? It's one of these. It started as a diabetes drug, but it could be used for general obesity. Again, whether it should be or not, someone else can make that decision. However, anyways, the trial results, while they claim it was positive, the market is skeptical about, saying that it didn't quite achieve the endpoint that was expected. So it's I don't know. I mean, there's so much focus on these obesity drugs right now. It seems overweight for the segment. Sorry, I couldn't. Sorry, even I'm embarrassed by that one. But yeah, I couldn't help it. Had to do it. Anyways, all right, there you go. Where's Megan when I need her? I need the head slap in the ground. All right, so but yeah, NVO, Novo Nordisk down this morning based on the less than satisfactory results from their latest obesity drug trials. So whether that'll continue to be in play, I'm skeptical on this one. It looks good pre-market, but I've watched this pre-market, and then once the market open happens, I find that it just doesn't trade well. I'm not a fan. So, but if you like it, it could be good. I'm not saying it won't be, but said I'm not a fan.
Yeah, it looks interesting, man. I like this pre-market. I agree with you. It trades more bad more often than good, way more often than good. Like there's not even a close balance there. But today, I don't know, today looks interesting. I want to watch it even on maybe as a secondary today. But I'll be careful because again, it's just so bad at times. So not something I'm gonna excuse me, I'm gonna run to in case it doesn't trade well. So NVO I added to my secondary list. Again, like the pre-market activity, we're down 8.6 here, and let's see how this heavy volume treats it when it does come in. All right, Peter, any other ones before we go to the chat and see what they like?
You know, I mean, as I said, pretty much the whole market's in play. So you can pick whatever you want, right? Pick your favorite stocks. For me, Nvidia, Tesla, AMD, right? Those are usually my favorite. Secondary on my list are Apple, Microsoft, and Meta, Google, right? So I think I just feel like the whole market's going to be in play, and it's likely to be moving together on this morning. I could be wrong on that, but that's the bet that I'm going to make and what I'm going to watch.
Yeah, I'm surprised Apple's not down more. There was a headline that came out over the weekend. They're pushing back their AI release into 2026 because it's just so bad. Yeah, it's so bad. Apple is so horrible. You know what, Peter? After spending some time on my phone here, my new, which is a nice phone. You know, they keep everything pretty much the same. Really nice, really neat, great cameras. Man, the inside of it, there's nothing different. I forgot my other one is. There's nothing major. Like, it's the same thing. It's the exact same thing. So nothing really changes. I told you, my wife asked me, so what's new? What's different? And I named like two things. I'm like, wow, this is really bad. And again, I only got it because my other one's really beat up. Like the camera, everything is broken on it. But it was a 13. It's faster. The screen is nicer. The camera looks great. Other than that, the actual operating system itself, it gets the job done. I'm not mad at it, but there's nothing really new. So, again, interesting. But now they're pushing that back. So I'm surprised they're not down anymore because their AI progress has been really, really bad. It just hasn't been great at all. So, all right, there we have it, friends. Let's take a look.
Yeah.
It's time for
I'm just
Alan. I'm
looking at the
happy I
news.
don't
You're
have
right.
a lightning cord anymore. I got myself a USB-C, and that's
Yeah.
probably the best upgrade of this thing. Go ahead, Peter.
Feel like you're regretting that purchase decision, but anyways, but in looking at the news, you're right. I didn't see that, but thanks for pointing that out, Carlos. Yeah, it looks like they're calling it turmoil in the AI division of Apple as yeah, they've delayed for the foreseeable future updates to the Siri digital assistant. So that's not good. Yeah, that it's so far pushed back. And you're right. That might be a catalyst for Apple specifically on this morning.
Yeah, I do like that one. We like Apple. We'll put it on the secondary list here because they can trade very well. I mean, they're selling these phones with app AI. What they call it? They call it like AI, Apple Intelligence ready, right? But you don't have the software ready. So it's like, okay. So it's very, very bad for them in this situation. So we'll see what happens. But Apple, nevertheless, trades very well. We'll be on the list here as the market is all trading somewhat downwards. Apple and Tesla and Nvidia are some great stocks to look at this morning. All right, friends, let's go to you guys, see what you guys like this morning. We'll start here. We looked at NVO from our buddy here. Let's take a look at what else. I'm checking in chat. I saw Amazon being mentioned. Let's take a look at Amazon. This morning we are down 1.2 million shares traded. I mean, this can trade well, but I already have so many. I got of the Max 7, I got Tesla, I got Nvidia, I got Google, I got Apple, right? So I pretty much I'm well covered there. But if you like Apple, Amazon, which I forgot to change here, hold on a second. If you like Amazon, you can look at that one as well. I'm just gonna go with the ones I have right now. Let's take a look at ARM. We'll do one or two more. ARM this morning down 4.2, 78,000 shares traded. Doesn't really look in play, right? And moving down, obviously, all tech is down for the last couple of weeks. So this is obviously going to do the same thing here as a tech company. But for the most part, I don't see it heavily in play. So you can keep an eye on it, surge, and we'll see what it does here. Redfin, we did look at, again, low flow. Is this the buyout, right, Peter? Is this the buyout?
Yep.
Yeah, so usually that's not going to trade well. You're just going to get stuck up here and not have probably a good trading opportunity. So we did discuss it. It's not going to be on our list. TRVI, we discussed this one too. I think this is the low flow of the day, actually. I think out of all the tickers we have in our gap up, if you look at our gap up, the majority besides this one, they're all low floats, right? They're all lower flows except Ref, and Ref is a little bit higher. But they got plenty of low flow stocks here. And if we look at Trevi is the one that probably looks the best. So I'm going to add that my secondary list. Is looking even better than we saw it earlier. 58%, 10 million shares traded. Yeah, this thing is rocking. That's definitely the low flow of the day. All right, friends, let's stop here. Peter, let's go to our events, community events. Let me bring this up. You can always go to bearboottrades.com, click on webinars, and pull up the excitement that's happening for the next 2 weeks. We'll start with this Monday.
Absolutely. All right. It is Monday, as was pointed out. And we start with our DAS Trader Pro information series. Today is about learning. Mondays, we always have classes that are specifically focused for those that are, just getting started or sort of want to go back to the basics. If you want information on DAS Pro, it's one of the platforms that we use here. Brendan's going to help you with that. It is a great platform, but again, sometimes you could use some help figuring out how to configure it. Whether you want to set some account limits or maybe some automated stop losses, you want to configure your charts. I mean, all of those questions can be answered by Brendan. Go to that class at noon. That's in the onboarding room, so everybody can attend, and you can take advantage of that. Tonight, we have our onboarding class. Carlos is leading that 8 p.m. as always for our new members or anybody that just wants to focus on how to get the most out of their membership. You can go to the onboarding class and take advantage of that. And we have some members that join regularly and help out with the new members and answer questions, and we appreciate that. So, in fact, we've got a couple of members in here who we wanted to recognize who are helpful and giving support. Who should, when they log in next, hopefully, I don't know when our team will get to it, start to be adding some of those contributor badges, which are good because it just helps us identify those who are regularly sort of providing support to other members in the room. And then today, don't forget, if you're joining a future boot camp, we have the regular weekly boot camp prep meeting, which gives you an opportunity to understand, how do I get ready for this boot camp? It's a pretty intensive course. Those 3 months, you're going to be worked off your feet if you follow all the course material. And that's the intent, right? It's called boot camp for a reason. And we really want to help you understand what you're getting into, what it's going to look like. So if you've signed up for a future boot camp and you want to start prepping, go to the boot camp session with Mike. That's at 1 o'clock in the Peak Capital meeting room. So you'll only have access to that if you've already been given a Peak Capital account. Again, you have to have signed up for a future boot camp for you to be able to attend that. Those are the 3 sessions for today. And don't forget, what's moving ever closer is our trading summit that's happening in Vancouver at the end of March. And that trading summit is going to be fantastic. So if you haven't already bought a ticket, buy it while there's still some available. We always get a few last minute. They always scoop up the last tickets. So don't leave it too late or you may be left disappointed. But it's happening March 29th to the 31st, which is always over a weekend. We usually end on the Monday, and this will be ending on Monday the 31st. So we are, there you go, 18 days away from the start. So it is, we are now within 3 weeks of this summit. So it's going to be fantastic. Hopefully you will join us and we can see you in person in Vancouver. All right, Carlos, let's set some levels and then we can hand it over to our live traders. I understand you're going to be live trading this morning, Carlos.
Yes, I am. I don't know how good I'm going to be because I am dying, my friend. I am so tired this morning. I hate this time change. I really do, man. And my head is foggy. So I understand why Andrew is not trading today. I don't blame him. It's just so bad. All right. But yeah, I'll be trading live with you guys with Brian. Brian will be on, and we'll see how it goes. Wish me luck. All right, let's take a look here, guys. Let's start with some levels here. We're looking at Hood this morning, so Hood is on deck. And if I look here on the 5-minute, on the daily, here we go. On the daily, high of the pre-market is going to be 42.84, so we'll slam one there. The low's already marked down for you. You can see here towards the bottom, you do have a nice level from support from Friday, so that's there. And then towards the top, you got plenty. I don't think you need to add anything else, so that's all good and set there for you. If we look at, if we move over to the left here, and we take a look at, let's see here, a great level right here, 39.96, and then more big levels too. Like this, a lot of happening here, 38, and obviously in case we go low, I don't think we'll get here, but 36.88 is another one as well. So plenty of levels on Hood. This one has the news today, so it's the one I'll be watching this morning. And let's go to our good buddy. One of our favorite tickers is Tesla to trade here. High of the pre-market right now, we're sitting at 259.20, so we'll slam one there. And then towards the bottom, the support sitting at 251.82. So that's the low of the pre-market right now, which is very close to the lows from Fridays. Again, a lot of stuff coming back to test the lows from Fridays here and trying to hold that as support. Towards the top, plenty of stuff, previous day close and everything else. You do not need to add in anything more there. We're going to go to the left here and then we'll see. Let's see here. November was the last time we were around this area. Post-election boost there. We have a rally 246.14, and then we have also 238.98. So there it is. That is your numbers for the bottom there on Tesla. But again, looking very good. Has been very fun to trade. Very, very active. So we'll keep it on deck for sure. Let's take a look at POTR. POTR pre-market looking a little bit messy. Again, I like the daily a lot more than anything. You're seeing the back and forth ping pong action here, which looks great. High of the pre-market 84.37, and the low of the pre-market is going to be 81.14. And then if you look at the bigger picture, you're surrounded by the highs and lows of the last two trading days, and just a lot of stuff happening here. Like, look at this big level of support and resistance, right? You got support, 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 and you have resistance, resistance, resistance. And today, high of the pre-market, also there, resistance. So it's a lot happening around this area. We'll see how this thing wants to break out. Let's do some level search to top in case that is what's going to play out today. 90.28 is a good one, and then you have another big one here, 95.59. And then towards the bottom, you're going to have to go to the left a little bit here because, again, here's your big support, which is covered by the lows of a couple of days on there already. I mean, that's a big support area. And then if we look at to the left, we do have an area around 76, 71. Got a couple of days opening and closing and just slamming into that. Let's take a look at Google is next. So Google on deck again. Also a lot of ping pong action happening here. Look at this, boom, 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 boom. So a lot going on. Very interesting daily. So I guess opened up, moved up, gap down, moved up, gap down, moved up. Very interesting coordination of the last three trading days last week, and today we're gapping down. Are we going to move up? I don't know. We're going to have to find out here. I love the pre-market 168.82. We'll slam one there, and then towards the bottom we do have 165.87. So two great levels towards the bottom there. On the top, you got a lot of resistance on Google. I mean, just look at all the resistance you have here near the previous day close. If we were to break out of that, we do have 178.20, and we also have this level up here, 182. 12. So some good levels there for our good buddy Google. All right, Nvidia is next. We love this ticker. Trades very well. It's been giving us some really good action. Low of the pre-market 109.02. The high of the pre-market 111.75. So then towards the top, guys, you do have the highs and lows for the last two trading days. They're looking pretty good. Previous day close. And then towards the bottom, you got, again, the low from Friday, plus some levels here off the daily as well. If we move to the left, just to get another level, if we continue lower, we made a new low on Friday. Let's see here, just going to the left, going to the left. Here we go, September. So September, we got some areas here. We have 106.21 and we have 103.67. So there it is. That is Nvidia, guys, looking pretty good this morning. Tons of volume, 7.3 million shares traded, and that makes up my main list for today. All right, Peter, let's see what our team is watching this morning. Whoever's awake so far.
Yeah, we have a few that have got their list in. And I'm sure there's more to come as some are grappling like you with the time change. So let's go up to the top of the list and see who is in there first. Thor is first up with Amazon, Meta, MSTR, and then some futures contracts that he's watching. Eamon's got some potential longs on maybe Apple and AMD. Well, he'll see if they set up for him. Nathan's watching the Magnificent 7, AMD, MSTR. Lenny's going to be watching NVIDIA, Tesla, NVO, that's the Novo Nordisk we talked about, and Baba. Avi's going to be watching the usual Magnificent 7, AMD, and of course his options on the SPX. Mike is just watching Tesla, so keeping it tight. Brian's going to be watching Tesla, NVIDIA, NVO, PLTR, and the SPY. That sounds familiar as I'm watching pretty much the same stuff. I just added Lunar for fun. Unlikely to trade it, but I just like to watch it. It is Monday, which means you don't normally get any IPOs, so nothing to report there. And then Phil's in with his list, watching NVIDIA, Tesla, Google, Apple, and CLSK. Not one we talked about, but crypto and Bitcoin is down like the rest of the market. So that one maybe, well, we'll see what happens. He'll let us know, I'm sure, if CSLK does something interesting. All right, that's what we got for this morning. Whatever you're watching, make sure you trade smart, and hopefully you'll have a good day and a good week of it. I see Brian's all queued up and ready to go. The sign is lit. That means that the store is open for business. And Brian, I hope you had a good weekend. How are you doing this morning? Maybe he's frozen, or he's very
Maybe
still
he's
there.
frozen. While we wait for him,
Yeah. Okay.
I'm getting a call from Peter from the past on Friday. Let me see if I could bring this up here. Peter from the past, how you doing, my friend? How's everything?
Okay, for anybody that happened to be in the chat room yesterday and heard me say, running makes you go insane, I swear to God, running makes you go insane. It's -10 out here, and I've gone for a run with the puppy here, and we've been out here for a couple hours now, sort of run walk. I am so freaking hot. I can't, I severely overdressed. My coat, I've been carrying it for the last 4 or 5 kilometers. I'm in a t-shirt and it's -10 and I'm boiling to death. What is this, what a hot flash feels like? I have a new appreciation for what my wife's been going through. Anyways, hope you guys are having a good weekend. Look, I'm outside in the beautiful nature. Nothing to complain about, really.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah,
All
it
right,
was.
Peter. That's nice. I like
Yeah,
it.
it was a crazy day. That was Saturday, and we went. We probably did about, I don't know, 18 or 20 kilometers, and yeah, I don't know what happened. I overheated, and I was passing people on the path, and they're all bundled up in their coats, and I'm carrying my coat and in a t-shirt, and I'm telling you, it was windy. It was -10. It was cold, and I was fine. I felt comfortable, but I felt like a crazy person. People were looking at me like I was a crazy
Look at
person.
this guy.
I can't blame them. Anyways,
Uh,
yeah,
that's awesome. That's awesome.
yeah,
All right, friends.
it
We
was
do get
great.
Brian. Do we get your? I see you're on now. Do we get your audio? We couldn't hear you earlier. Who is this? Okay, here we go. I still can't.
He's coming. Yeah. Guys, don't forget, I'm training for a marathon, so I am trying to put some miles in. This will not be like a regular feature of my life going forward, but once the marathon's over, I'll be back to, I hope I'll be back to a normal
Oh, you
human.
might. You
Maybe
might
not.
love it. You might love
Maybe
it
it
and
just
not go
changes
back.
me forever, and then I'm gonna be this weird coatless running guy. I don't know, but
All right, I see Brian talking, but I can't hear him. I'm trying to figure out
yeah,
what's going on here. But okay,
yeah.
yeah,
Sorry, I
we see no
speak in
audio from you.
Celsius. It's not -10 Fahrenheit. My God, that would be like, I'd be a Petersicle out there if that was.
All right, now I'm gonna get on Telegram and work with Brian real quick, Peter. If you could just hold it down for a sec here, let's find out what's
Sure.
going on.
All right. He's gonna work on the technicals. Um, People ask me if I have a goal for the marathon. My goal is to finish before the cutoff, to be honest. But I was looking up, for my age, the average time for a novice marathoner is 4 hours and 53 minutes. So anything under 5 hours, I'd be very, very happy with. I don't know. I mean, I keep running into injuries because I'm not a runner, and training for it is. I don't know that we're actually built for running, or at least maybe I'm not. So, Emily, I don't know if it's going to be close to you, but we are. Mike, it's Mike and I.
Can you
Mike
hear
and
me?
I are
Can you hear
running
me?
in Biarritz, France.
Yeah, we could. Sorry,
Biarritz, France.
Peter. Yeah, we could hear you, Brian. Now we got you. Okay.
All right, there's
Okay,
Brian.
awesome.
And it's May the
So
4th. May
if
the 4th be with us.
Peter's running a marathon in France, we should. I think we should have a BBT meetup there, and maybe we should. We'd be there to cheer you on.
Yeah, you're all welcome. Absolutely. First weekend in May. Join us in Biarritz. Be great. Mike and I would love it.
Oh, okay. Well, here we are. Don't
Yeah.
really like these big gapping days for trading. Always makes it a little bit more challenging because a big move has already been made. So Tesla is still looking weak. It's right at Friday's low. So Novo, I guess, came out with some some results on a trial that didn't work out very well. And that's it. So we'll have to wait and see what sort of pops up here. Guess I understand from Carlos that he will be
I will be your partner for
joining
today. I'm
this
not sure how
morning.
good I'm gonna be, but I'll definitely be on with you today for sure.
Let's share a Tesla. Tesla is got no bids to the upside, just a bunch of stuff to the downside. We have orders of 245 and 240. We're eating away at getting into 250 right now. SPY. I had an inkling that because it's really hard to read this market. I mean, there could have been some good news over the weekend. We could have easily been up 300 or 400 points on the SPY and on the Qs. All things being equal, if no news come out, I kind of suspected this is where we were going to end up here. Down again. But didn't take any positions over the weekend. So now just a little bit of regret there. But yeah, this is the direction I would have picked if I was going to pick one direction. All right, getting a bit of a pop on Nvidia, on PLTR, on AMD, on Tesla. And Novo capping down. I would think Novo would be a good short if we got back up to the VWAP, somewhere around 82. But we'll see. We'll just have to kind of wait for a few minutes and let some stuff develop. The SPY and the Qs are not seeing these four stocks that I'm watching seem to be popping. All right. SMCI, don't usually like to haven't traded that stock. Don't really like it as a trade. At least I've had trouble trading it. Lunar's down quite a bit, gapped down a lot on Friday, came back up. PE. All right, well, we got 30 seconds to the open. Let's see what the market has to offer us this morning. The Q's still looking weak going into this open. And SPY, ding, 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 here we go. PLTR just took a big drop. AMD dropping. All right, no position for me yet. Let's just wait.
Wow, we have quite a delay going on here.
Really?
Well, you said there was 30 seconds to the open, and my bell had already gone. So,
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure what's happening, but yeah.
Okay, maybe I forgot to turn my clock forward or something.
by 30 seconds.
Yeah, I didn't get it right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just doing the same thing.
I'm watching Novo Nordisk here. I was hoping to get a rising devil on it, but it hasn't moved yet. Volume hasn't come in. You just wait. It is a nicey stock. So
yeah.
I noticed Apple reverse direction. Tesla is uncertain what it wants to do. Nvidia is still sort of popping up, but
Yeah,
I don't like
Nvidia's
that
moving.
big.
I've seen this. I've seen this play out before, where it pops up and then drops. So I'm not going to chase that for sure.
Hood is choppy.
Yeah, I
so
think it's
far,
just
choppy open.
Okay, I shorted Tesla. Did I say I wasn't going to jump in too early? I did short Tesla.
Yeah, I see Tesla's got the drop to 250 here. Oh, wow. Okay. Here we go. Volume.
There we go.
All right, thanks, Peter. Went to get myself a cup of coffee, some water. Try to
Okay,
stay
here we
alive
are.
today.
I'm using options with Tesla. I mean, you don't have to, but I'm just short Tesla by buying 250 puts.
Nice. When you got short, what's your short at?
Um, so it was around $9.50. So we're trading at 11.40 right now.
Nice.
And the volume came in, and I got short NVO, and now it's decided to go nowhere. So just sitting here. I think, which makes me nervous because that means it's more likely to pop up than to drop.
Okay, I'm going to sell some here at 11.50. Tesla, $11.50 puts on the puts. Still think we may have more downside here. LTR really lost it, so SPX, SPY, and the Qs sold off quite hard.
Right.
Just sold some more at 11.70 there on Tesla. These puts, so I'm just slowly getting out of covering some of my short position.
All right. Haven't found anything yet on a 5-minute RB. Let's see if anything sets up for us to take here.
AMD's breaking out.
AMD. Oh, nice.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. SPY and the Qs are kind of coming back a bit. Getting some buying here.
Oh man, NVO went the other way. That is looking.
Yeah,
See,
PLTR is really, I kind of thought there'd be
yeah,
more support for PLTR, but apparently not.
SMCI and NVO is tough. If you look at this right now, the lack of volume makes it very difficult to trade right now. Like Peter got in right when
Well,
the
I think
volume came in was great, and then it just died out. Volume just drop, and that gets tough, man, when that happens.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just watching Tesla here. It's holding, feels like it's going to drop, but spends too long here. I'm going to get out of it. Feels like it's trying to bounce here. Um, but there's still sellers there. It's a big fight. I'm I'm uh, I'm sitting well in the green on this trade, so and I got lots of room on the on my entry price, so I'm not sweating too much here. Here we go. This is what I was looking for.
On the POTR or Tesla? POTR?
Yeah, Tesla,
Tesla? Yep.
the stock that keeps on giving.
Yeah, man, this stock is great. Man, POTR is
And I
where's
just,
that? This stock
you know,
just keeps going.
wow, PLTR just
I
lost
know,
Friday's
man.
low. Man, yeah, AMD is killing it. AMD looks like it's going to go green here on the day. Just take a little more off here on Tesla at $12 on these puts.
Ooh, Nvidia's looking pretty nice here. Uh, it's just it could fake you out so much, but this is that was a great entry for a breakout there, slightly above the VWAP. It's gone now, but see if we get a pullback. Man, let's see.
All right.
You had two good trades so far this morning, Brian.
Oh, no, just one. I'm just
Just one.
trading shorted Tesla as it started to sell off there. I'm just this is the kind of thing where Bookmap really helped. Kind of just
Yeah,
showed
yeah.
me where a lot of the orders. It looked like let's just say the book looked very bearish. So, and like I said, it came down to this S6 level, and now it's trying to bounce here.
I want to take a long here, but it's such a tough stock when it's trading the way it is right now.
No, it's still trending down.
Yeah, it's not looking clean. But I like these two last candles. They were great. See, that's nasty. I ain't like that. See that back and forth like that? It doesn't make any sense. It's not trading well.
This is trying to hold a level around 240, 246. Won't be surprised if we actually if this is kind of a bottom for now. We might go back up to 250. And I'm pretty much I only have a few puts left here, so I might just cut them. I might cut them loose. I'm still gonna see what happens here. AMD, Nvidia breaking out here.
You still in Tesla, right?
Okay, yeah, that's
Nice.
good.
That's good.
As I said, it still looks weak here. There's still some huge orders here all the way down to 245. Got long a little AMD as well here. Just jumping in on that trade. Looks pretty good. Looks like it's going to go, it's going to try to go green here. Or at least get the PDC. Got really close there.
You piece of.
All right. And it's through that 100 level. I'm just selling some at 100. Here we go. We're out at PDC. I'm expecting a pullback now. I don't think we'll probably get pullback. Wow, look at PLTR came ripping back up. Oh, SDX, the SPY is coming back.
Oh, man, it's so funny. I turned away from Nvidia for a second. I come back and look at this crap up like $1 plus.
Yeah.
Man. All right, it is what it is. Let's see what else we got. Got Google coming up above the VWAP. I like these VWAP breakouts if we can hold them. Let's see if we can get some kind of continuation here. But man, Nvidia was, wow. I should have got in on that.
Yeah.
I knew it too. Those two candles look really good right here. These were two really great candles, but it was going back and forth so much. I just didn't trust it, and we got the breakout. It is what it is. We'll get them next time. We'll find another one.
Yeah. I'm mostly out of AMD. Just to where when it got up to PDC, that's where I expected a rejection. But let's see if it can push through here now.
Good morning, Andrew. See Andrew's on deck, ready to go. It's got a nice green shirt on. What kind of shirt is this?
Good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
Sorry. Sorry, I joined a little bit late. Market is super volatile again. Tesla bounced back very nicely. PLTR also bounced back very nicely. Everything's bouncing.
Bounce back a bit. Yeah. I'm just looking at Tesla again, possible short.
PLTR was a very nice.
Who SPY's breaking out?
Tesla 250, huh? Tesla is. I think we did change the clock. Yes. So the time changed over the weekend for us.
Yes.
Right. Let's see what it does. NVIDIA is trying to come back up as well. Green. NVIDIA is super strong. So it seems that the dip is being bought back up, apparently.
Yeah, for the time being.
Yeah, AMD traded
Here we go.
AMD very nice.
AMD's looking really good. Added back to my position on Tesla. Short with puts.
Apple is down 3.5%. Apple is significantly down today.
Here we go. Tesla's cooperating. Thank you, sir. I'm going to sell some again of these puts again. Oh, that was just a beautiful VWAP rejection. Absolutely beautiful.
On Tesla, yeah.
Selling some more, selling, yeah, $12. Got back in at 1060.
LTR is coming back down. I haven't really made a trade yet, but I'm looking at Tesla
Oh, that was
potentially.
look at that rejection right back to low of day. That's it's just amazing.
Wow, really nice drop on the market. Yeah, Tesla.
Now we're going to go lower. Anybody jump in on that trade with me? That if you missed the first drop on Tesla, this was your opportunity to get back in.
Shorting Tesla. Yeah, Tesla has some levels down in. People who use Bootmap, they told me that 240, 250 is the level. So we're gonna get
Hmm.
soon to the level back in October pop. Yeah, there are a couple of really nice levels down here. Yeah, from all the indexes, spies, Tesla is just the weakest.
Yeah, nice. Tariffs got that trade. Beauty. On YouTube. We got some other people in the room. Took Tesla short as well.
Yeah, Tesla potentially could be I don't know. I'm trying to see if the Tesla can be a double bottom here. I'm gonna get a long here on Tesla 246.69, like a potential double bottom. I'll get it stopped out if make a new low. User look like wants to bounce. SPY looks like it's bouncing. Like 246.63.
All right. Yeah, Tesla's pretty extended for sure. And we are at this 245, 246 level. So again, I would expect a bounce here. Maybe this was kind of um, a drop to a new low and then bounce back. So I'm out of Tesla short right now. So that's yeah. Look at AMD. I'm still cranking away here in the green.
And is green, huh? It's interesting.
Yeah. Nice. Alizia took Tesla. Very green today. Very, very nice.
So I'm still long on Tesla. TQQ might be a good trade as well. Market seems that it wants to squeeze back up. SPY is above the VWAP. SPXL could be a long trade.
Maybe.
What's the bonds doing? Bonds popping up.
Yeah, bonds are
Yeah, I'm getting a stop
the
down on
bonds are
Tesla,
really
245.
yeah, bonds are really oh my God, Tesla's still dropping.
Yeah, so I'm getting a stop down on Tesla, 245. Let's see if there are some more
Yeah, kind of kind of looked like it was setting up for a bit of a bounce there, but man, sellers are just still slamming this thing. Um, Markets are just really just pretty choppy right now. I mean, we popped a little at the open, dropped, then we tried to break out, new high, and kind of failed, and now we're sort of back mid-range. Yeah, on the SPY, Qs actually are looking weaker. They're at low of day right now.
Yeah, Tesla sold off, so I gotta stop
PLTR,
that.
yeah,
Let's see if Tesla can go to
yeah,
240.
Tesla.
Dollars getting stronger. Yeah, Apple is also down 4%.
Yeah, Peter and Carlos were complaining about Apple lack of innovation this morning. And I
Right,
think,
let's see if Tesla hits
yeah,
242. We might get another reversal on it.
hmm, wanted to short the Qs too late. Qs at Friday's low right now.
Right, Tesla is going to go to 242. Yeah, things are dropping very nicely. Stuff doing. Stuff is down another 2%.
Mm. All right, Q is bouncing right at the Friday's low. AMD went back red.
SPY trying to hold 567. I'm still looking at for potential reversal. PLTR is trying to hold 79. Might be a little bit too early to catch any reversal. Yeah, Qs are bouncing. Yeah, it looks like some bottoming price action on the SPY and Qs.
Maybe, yeah, maybe. We're back. We bounced off a little day on the SPY. Qs actually went lower and came back up.
Yeah. Qs are at a level. What is this level? Yesterday low? Is it Friday low?
Yeah, Friday's
Yeah,
low.
they're
Yeah,
low. So there
very
might be a
close to
bounce on
Friday's
the
low.
TQQ and SPXL. Yeah, there might be a bounce here on TQQ. Yeah, 63 would have been nice. Yeah, it looks like the market is trying to hold yesterday low. The Qs are trying to hold the yesterday low at 480. Let's see what Tesla is doing. Tesla is bouncing. I wouldn't be surprised if SPY is going to come above the VWAP and climb up. Especially IWM didn't sell off as much. So IWM is only down 1%. Q is down 2%.
Hmm. Still a lot of orders to the downside on Tesla.
Yeah, it's really funny, Brian, how
AMD bouncing.
sentiment has changed. Like in the matter of couple of weeks, the sentiment completely changed from super bullish to now bear market.
Yeah,
They say sentiment follows the price. It's not the other way around. When the price goes down, everybody's story and narrative will change. It's not that people are panicking and the price goes down. It's usually the other way around. Um,
right. Well, I'm looking for a trade. AMD bounced off 9 EMA 2-minute chart.
Stuff is popping above the VWAP. SPXL might be a good long for a SPY. Clean up a little bit here.
You're right
Or
here. It's into some
TQQQ.
moving averages in the VWAP, so it needs to get above there.
I am buying some TQQ here for day trade, 63.26. I already have some TQQ for my other account, but for day trading, I'm trying to see if the Qs are going to bounce. 63.20. Stop loss would be see what the Qs are losing yesterday low, Friday low or not for 80.60. Me that the Qs have found the bottom around 480. So I'm long TQQ at 63.11. Tesla might go to 240. Still.
I shorted SPX, which is a short the SPY. And I don't think I'm going to be in this very long. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to get out now.
Oh,
There we go.
So it's dropping. All right, I'm gonna get a stop down on
There we
TQQ
go.
as well, guys. Yeah, it is
Here we
rolling
go.
over. Might be more blood in the street today.
Okay, that was a really quick scalp, but these SPX trades are a little scary.
Wow, Tesla is still setting off nice, 7%.
In at 2610 on SPX put, and then out at 30. AMD rolling over now. It's back down. Could be the Qs have lost yesterday's low, Friday's low now. SPY is back at low of day. Wow. SPX. That put is at 32 now. $6 move. Yeah, Nvidia. I don't know what you were doing with you did Thor you did a short on Nvidia. It's coming down to S4 right now.
Tesla is also pretty down, like 8% now. Tesla is really near the
Wow.
levels that initially bounced.
Wow, look at Tesla. Tesla just not getting a bid at all. Jared's looking for cookies.
Tesla's getting destroyed.
It's getting bids. Exactly. It's getting bids, but they just keep going lower. You can see showing book map on Tesla here. You can just see here there's some really big orders here at 240. It's probably where we're going.
This reminds me of the bear market of 2022. The way that it's setting off. Look at
Yeah.
that. The humanity.
Yeah, the humanity.
The humanity.
I love all these analysts that have been being parading out in on CNBC telling everyone to buy Tesla.
Oh, humanity. Look at that. Yeah, Tesla back in before the election, back in November 4th, was a level at 239. So might be a reversal on that, but this one is really setting off bad.
Yeah, maybe.
Really big drop
Wow.
on Tesla.
SPY should bounce here. This is, yeah, Friday's low. I don't know if I'm going to take that trade or not. I don't. Here it is right now. We're right at Friday's low.
Bonds are moving up, so yields are coming down. Looking at a Tesla potential reversal at around 239. If you can hit there, it looks like it's still setting off toward that. And I had two trades, two losses so far, two reversals on TQQ and Tesla. Both of them are kind of a little bit premature, but there's a good potential that we can get the Tesla 239.
All right, just took a quick bounce here on taking. I actually am taking that trade on SPX. But SPY bounce.
You want to take a reversal yet, huh?
Yeah, I'm just yeah, it's bouncing off. I thought I had a good day, but I thought, oh, why not? Why not? So I'm out of that trade now. So that was a real quick trade. I'm using SPX calls because I'm not convinced we're finished going down, but I knew we were going to get a bounce there.
Oh,
See, it looks like we're still going to go lower here. Skews still look like they're going to go lower. We'll see.
not
We'll see
here.
if we can hold this level on the SPY. Wow, AMD or double topped. Peter, that was your mountain pass right there on AMD and your favorite stock too. I'm not long or short SPX anything right now. Again, I shorted it at the moving averages in the VWAP about 10 minutes ago, and then I went long just a few minutes ago for this bounce off the yesterday's or Friday's low. Might hold here. Looks like it's trying to hold.
See what TQQ is doing. Q's 480. SPY is at a Friday low, 566.
Yeah.
Looks like there are some buying pressure activity here in the market. See if Tesla might not really get to 239. It might bounce back from here. Looking at TQQ. Reversion to the mean. That is the fundamental market. Reversion to the mean. So nothing goes up like that forever. Is as certain as gravity. Has to come down.
We're still waiting for Jim Cramer to go on CNBC and cry.
Bill Ackman. We want Bill Ackman to cry. Bill Ackman to cry. It's not the bottom until Bill Ackman cries on CNBC. Tesla, yeah, Tesla 239 could be a level that I'll take a reversal. TQQ also potentially another reversal on the Qs, but trying to see where would be that level on the Qs. If we sell off on the Qs, 478 looks like it's holding. It was a level back in October last year. Potentially. As Bloomberg says, stock drops as economic fears spur fight to bonds.
Right. Well, like I said, SPY is trying to hold here. And it may be too early for a bounce.
Big Tesla can go to 239.
Tesla's still weak. Still got some big orders around 240 that yeah, I see. Look at that. The SPY's now going to maybe lose Friday low. Still selling.
Now all of the news medias that I have in my phone, I'm getting breaking news about stock market. Down, down, down. That's usually a sign of bottom is very early.
Yeah.
When the things get really hitting the news really bad, it's a sign that it's almost over. That's it.
Let's just wait till Time Magazine has an article on it.
Exactly. They said there's an effect. What is it called? The cover story effect or something.
Yeah.
I mean, in New York Summit, Brent Denali, which is Peter's cousin, he had this that when usually that hits the news, usually it's the bottom. All right, so Tesla can go to 239. That could be a nice place to take a reversal, even though SPY seems that it's holding Friday's low. Yeah, I'm also considering another long on TQQ. Let's see. Yeah, Tesla 239 is very likely.
Yes, Tesla's still eating into those that large institutional order.
Yeah, I'm getting another long on TQQ at 62.20. So it looks like a double bottom on Qs. So I'm taking one long on TQQQ. which is the leverage of Qs. Might be a little bit premature, but let's see. I'll take the risk. Tesla
Right
might be
at
a
the
reversal.
90. It's right at the 90 EMA on the 2-minute chart. The SPY and the Qs. I still think some orders have shown up to the upside, maybe on Tesla. So maybe we might be getting a bit of a short covering rally. Somewhere around
Tesla
244.
239 level. Tesla, the level that I have 239 is from the daily chart. Is the low of November 4th, 2024. Sorry, October 4th. So if you look at it, it looks like the bounce back from that level. TQQ and Qs are now making 5-minute high. So Qs having a different level. SPY is definitely holding 565.80, which is a Friday low. Qs are a little bit different story. It looks like it's a double bottom. There is blood in the street.
There is blood. So we're back to getting up. Just when we started getting up, it was light out. Well, now we're back to getting up when it's dark out again.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tesla's trying to hold here. I don't know. The SPY is trying to get above the 9 EMA on the 2-minute chart. Same with the Qs. Still haven't managed to do that yet. All right. Well, I'm not in any position right now. I'm not seeing anything I really like. I mean, Tesla does look like it's going to try to bounce here. It looks like it's trying to hold. Um, it is still below the 9 EMA on the 2-minute chart. We're kind of coming up to it now, which is quite often an area level at resistance, a moving average that gives you resistance. We are
I'm still
still
long.
trying to, yeah, it's the SPY and the Qs are still below the 9 EMA. Oop.
Perfect.
AMD is coming back up. Same with NVIDIA. We might get a rally back here. No?
Oh, so see a little bit of a short covering. Let's see if TQQ can go to moving averages. Let's see what if the Q is holding this level. They're pretty market in the short term is over sold, so
Yeah,
it's also
I think
super
so.
important to see.
AMD is coming up to the VWAP here.
SPY bounce back. Like I'm long TQQ. See if you can get to 63 on it. Seems like also Tesla is trying to hold as well. Might be another case for a Tesla long at 242. Yeah, I'm taking a little bit long on 242 on Tesla as well, same as TQQ. Let's see if the Qs want to hold the 480. Oops, Tesla sooner than when the long it dropped. I guess I'm getting out of Tesla. 241. Yeah, Tesla wants 239.
Yeah, that was bit of a rejection on AMD at the VWAP there. I was kind of tempted to take that trade because that was a setup I would trade. Didn't quite get to the VWAP, but definitely was more of a 920 trade.
Still has
Yeah, you see the SPY got to the VWAP and rejected there. The Qs didn't get even close. It didn't even really get above the and stay above the 9 EMA. Q's really weak. Q's down over 2.5%. Probably the biggest loser right now for sure. There's Tesla eating into that 240, those 240 orders right now.
SPY is still holding the 566 level.
And Tesla's
The
looking a
bottom is,
little less bearish now on the book anyway.
I think the bottom is very close on the indexes. I'm still long on TPQ. Haven't got a stop down on it. Something is telling me the bottom is closed. Just we have to be a little bit more patient to find a better signal.
Think so. Yeah, that might be long. I don't know. I mean, as far as I can see, Tesla's still in a downtrend. Until it breaks the 9 EMA and kind of tries to hold above it. See, it's as far as I'm concerned, it's in a downtrend. I mean, at some point, there is going to be some short covering and some bottom fishing. We might be getting close to that area now. Maybe this 240 level is kind of an area that they maybe want to defend. Wow. Apple really has been taking a beating here this morning.
Yeah, Apple was down like 4%. Oh, how much is it now? Yeah, 4%. TQQ, I'm still looking at, should I get out of it? Tesla is definitely going to
Yeah, look at this
239.
thing. Wow. God, the humanity. I've had to say that once today.
So I'm going to get stopped out on TQQ at 61.90. Qs might, yeah, looks like they want to go lower. Tesla 239 eventually is getting there.
SMCI is actually green. I haven't been watching that. Yeah, look at the SPY. It's still.
Humanity, man.
Yes, I know. My God, the humanity. Wow, PLTR just took a big leg lower. It's down to S6 now. SPYs came back up, trying to hold. I wonder if they just
Yeah,
flushed it a little bit lower than yesterday or Friday's low just to trigger some stops here. Same with PLTR. I mean, there were probably some stops here. They're right around 78.50. They dropped it down below that to trigger some stops.
oh, humanity, right.
My God. Yes.
So this bottom fishing doesn't work so far. Tesla's still going down. Qs are going down. I still
They still
believe I
have
can
to
catch
be.
a good reversal on TQQ and Tesla. But the question
I
is
just think
when.
it just feels like it's a buyer strike. Look at the Netflix. My God, Netflix was over $1,000.
What is it now?
It's lost like 860. It's lost like 15% in 2 weeks,
So
3 weeks.
you get Tesla that lost half 50% in 2 weeks.
Wow, the airlines are taking a beating here today too. UAL down almost in 8.5%. Delta Airlines down 6.
I'm taking another long on Tesla at 240, and I'm going to take another long on TQQ at 62.21. Looks like market is, yeah, Q's exactly hit the 478 level that I had on my chart. So looks like TQQ, I'm adding a little bit more on it. Yeah, it's really funny that Q's bounced back exactly from 478 that I had on my chart.
Yeah,
What was that level that I got from? That level was the bottom of, yeah, October 10th, October 2024, October 2nd. So TQQ is the 3 times leverage of a stack Qs. Let's see that one go long. Also Tesla 240. Back. Everything is trying to bounce back. ELTR is also holding the 79. Tesla is popping up. Let's see if we can get to 242. And then I saw partialing TQQ. Let's see if this one can make a higher high on the Qs. So I'm long both TQQ and Tesla. Kind of, I think the same kind of the same move. Come on, TQQ. Humanity. Long Tesla. Yeah, let's see if Tesla can make the pop.
SPY is trying to get through the view app here. Qs are, it just seems to be a buyer's strike. Nobody wants to buy.
Horizon's up. Did Verizon had earning? Oh, Horizon's up. Yeah, Verizon. Something is green in this market. Interesting.
Yeah, SMCI apparently.
Wait a minute. Tesla is coming down. It looks like it wants to go lower. Huh? And Wall Street really turned their back to Elon Musk. They're really dumping
Yeah,
Tesla. Really, really dumping on Tesla.
I just yeah, I just well, I mean the it's all the issues that Tesla is having now with their losing sales and when the EV market is growing and their sales are dropping, it doesn't it's not a good look.
They have no mercy. Like in the last whole February, they're dumping. The whole February, they were dumping Tesla. Yeah, let's see what the market is doing. I'm still long on Qs and Tesla. I haven't got it stopped out yet, but it looks like both of them have more legs down. Avi, what did you trade? Nice. Meta short 37,000. Very nice. Very beautiful. Options.
Was Avi trading? Was he trading Tesla? No, he was trading Meta. I think any of these big
Meta.
cap Mag 7 names, he just needed to go short. One of them, Apple, would have been a great short.
Or
Nvidia is selling off more. Nvidia's at low of day.
yeah, I'm getting out of TQQ again, guys. TQs seems that it wants to go below 480. I gotta stop down on TQQ again. This, yeah, these are reversals or not really.
No, it just doesn't feel like there's any. It's just like a buying strike. Like nobody wants to buy.
I think it's pretty close, the reversal. It's just I can't catch that. I think it's pretty close. Um,
Energy is in the green today. Wow, yields are really dropping. TLT is up 1.5% almost.
Tesla broke down. More down. Yeah, I haven't got to stop down Tesla yet. Use see. It looks like if they want to, so I'm back in TQQ at 61.87. I think Q's holding the bottom here. Yeah, TQQ back in there 61.90, 62, adding more. Looks like a really QQQ wants to hold this 478 level that I have. And Tesla, I'm still long in there. Tesla average is 240.
Wow, Bitcoin is trading at 80,000 now.
Yeah, Tesla is Bitcoin. All the assets are bleeding. Everything's bleeding.
Yeah, it just went below, according to Trading Terminal, it's down below 80,000.
Yeah.
There was news this morning that Michael Saylor or MicroStrategies was was selling selling a doing a secondary offering to buy more Bitcoin. So it kind of popped on that news. Wow, it's down like $35 this morning. MSTR, it's down 12.5%.
Didn't they change the name to strategy? So it's not officially
Yeah,
changed
they
yet,
did.
huh?
Yeah, yeah. No, I think it did. They did change their name to Strategy.
It looks like the bottom is not here. I gotta get stopped out again on both of them. So break down. So it's still 478. Yeah, NVIDIA is 108.
Wow. Novo slowly leaking here. Yeah, SPY and Q's now well below Friday's low. Keep saying yesterday, Friday's low. It doesn't appear like there's a bottom. PLTR back at low of day. NVIDIA's at low of day.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna get a stop down on
AMD.
Tesla and if you humanity, Ryan, humanity.
Yeah, Redfin guy bought out by RKT, apparently, or is getting a buyout. Yeah, so I'm sitting here, no trades. I'm not just don't see anything. I don't want to chase anything down here with on shorts, but it sure doesn't feel like we're still searching for a bottom here. Maybe PLTR might be putting in a hero bottom at 78. Still a lot of orders to the downside on Bookmap. So I don't really even like that trade. There's orders all the way down to 75.
Tesla is bouncing back. All right, I'm gonna get back long on Tesla 239. This squeeze is interesting. On Qs, I haven't seen any sign now. Like this candlestick at 1035 is squeezing. Let's see if you can get a pop on Q on the Tesla 239. Back up to Jared, what do you think about this? Trying to catch this bottom. Yeah, on Tesla, exactly. That in that level is getting very difficult to If Tesla can bounce the 239 Qs. Yeah, I'm gonna get back on TQQ as well, 6180. Qs look like all right, I'm long guys TQQ as well, 6184. This is the fourth trade that I'm doing on it. I gotta catch the reversal on this. So should we say goodbye to all-time high for a couple of years? Or is it gonna come back?
I don't know. We may be going into a global recession.
All right, so Tesla is popping up to 240. It's nice. Let's see if TQQ is also popping. Qs are holding this 478 level that on a daily chart we found. I'm gonna add a little bit more on Tesla here, and I'm adding a little bit more on TQQ. Looks like this time we're gonna squeeze a little bit.
This time,
Maybe this time is the time. Yeah, so
this is
Tesla
the
is making
time.
an engulfing. LPR is also bouncing.
Yeah, PLTR is bouncing back a bit. NVIDIA went to yesterday, Friday's low, and then bounced off there.
Tesla, I have good confidence in this reversal. I don't know about the brand though, in total.
Still a lot of the orders to the downside on Tesla, but doesn't mean we're so far down from the open. We may actually end up getting a bit of a short squeeze. VWAP's around 245. The book on Tesla is a little less bearish than it has been. So
Come on, Tesla. Come on, TQQ. Come on. Actually, missed trading TQQ. You know, when they enter the big market and correction, like Qs are right now in a correction territory, then the TQQ becomes interesting to trade. In a normal environment, TQQ is not really tradable, but now we are into correction territory on Qs. Qs are down over 10%. All right, so let's see if Tesla can pop 241. Yeah, this 239 was a very interesting level that we found on Tesla. It really looked like it. I think it was early October 2024. Bottom there. Let's see if we can actually go to the moving averages on 5-minute chart.
hmm.
Wow, there's 2 million volume went on Tesla. What a trade, what a block trade. Did you see that volume on Tesla? 2 million shares. Vanity. Still on long on TQQ, guys. I haven't really got it stopped out yet. It's down 3%.
Hmm.
Well, there's some bottoming price action. Did you see the Qs bought back up really fast? Definitely this 478 level is interesting.
Yeah, there's something. Yeah, definitely. It's definitely something about that level.
But now
Just
it's
still no. There's just no buyers here in the market. Just like it's just anemic. I think that is the challenge right now.
$44 is still setting out. Usually at this time of the day, bounces are coming, but yeah, today is not a normal environment. Let's see
Yeah.
Tesla. Now I'm gonna get a stop down on TQQ 6130. It just keeps going
I
down.
see. Still see more downside with Tesla.
Rippler,
Yeah.
I don't have a big
Wow.
bias. I'm trying to catch a reversal. Like right now, everything is super extended to go short. So I'm trying to catch a reversal on that. Um, I think a couple of my first trades were a little bit premature. I think that around 239 level on Tesla and Qs below 478, there is a case for reversal. It's just, yeah, maybe I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I have some really bad losses. I think eventually bounces. Like Tesla is definitely, look at this 1030 and 1035 candlestick. They're really um, um, trying to find the bottom. Qs also really hold this 478 level. Eventually lost it, but I think we're gonna bounce. So the question is, can we find a setup that you have confidence in it with good risk to reward? Still seriously selling off.
Qs and SPY still selling. Wow, energy still strong today. Energy sector up. XLE, it's up 1.5%.
All right, here we go. Tesla. Now trying to read. All right,
Boeing,
so here.
man, Boeing is really sold off too since this high. It's down like almost 20%. Like they were in the news about complaining that these tariffs are really going to interrupt their supply chains and the costs of production.
So Tesla's going up. I added a bit more on Tesla. Let's see if we can get to 242.
You're getting a bounce here again. So Tesla's finally broken above the 20 EMA. So we got through the 9 and now we're getting through the 20. So getting a bit of a rally on Tesla now.
On Tesla.
Mm, wow, that pop on the SPY and the Qs got sold into. You didn't waste any time selling into that.
We're down 5%.
Uh, looks like looks like Nvidia might even go to 100.
Yeah,
Not
today.
today, but maybe this week if we keep selling off here.
All right, let's see if Tesla. I haven't partialed on Tesla yet. I want 242. QQQ is also near the bottom. Tesla, come on, 242.
The LTR is really trying
I,
to hold this 78 level. Mhm. Wow, Carvana's down 10% today.
it's down 10%, huh?
No, nobody wants used cars.
Nobody wants used cars. Wow. Yeah, I mean, when the Apple and Nvidia is down 5%, these are small garbage companies like our GTI and stuff, those are getting destroyed. Nobody really wants to
Yeah.
buy them. What time is it? 10:51. Yeah, Tesla is still, let's see, holding this 239 level. Not a good day
Mm.
for me, guys. Really down. Qs are, yeah, TKQ is also
SPX
dropping.
and Qs are, yeah, the SPX and the Qs are now breaking to another low here. No, the humanity, my God. Just no, there's just nobody stepping in to buy, which is kind of understandable. I mean, I think there's a lot of uncertainty now um, in the globally speaking.
All right, I'm gonna get stopped out again on Tesla, guys. I'm really, really down today. It's
I know
just
PLTR just lost 78. Yeah, trying to find a bottom in this market is really challenging.
oh, yeah.
You'll have to ask Jared. Jared probably knows.
Jared, what should we do with our life?
Wow, we just keep sinking here.
Condition is not great.
Carvana for Rising Devil. Take a look at that one. I don't know. Was there news on it? Because usually, very first thing you want to see with a Rising Devil is some kind of news, a news-driven event. So yeah, it was. I mean, it was gapping down. It was trading below the VWAP. It did pop up at the open, and then just started to sell off. But you could probably pull up. You could probably pull up all sorts of stocks like that today. Tesla was a good rising devil if you wanted to call it that one as well. I mean, we were gapping down, trading below the VWAP, popped up a little bit at the open, and then just started to sell. So that's kind of why I actually guess I didn't really recognize it as a rising devil. I just saw it as an opening range breakdown, and I got confirmation on the on Bookmap with the with all the orders showing to the downside on Tesla. Wow, spying cues. I mean, we are melting down here, man. Where's Powell? We need Powell. Come in, say something.
Somebody, please help.
Get out the money machine.
Help, help.
Yeah, it's no more band-aids.
Here we go, more drops.
What are some of the other markets doing? Because some of the other markets in other countries have been doing actually pretty well.
It's a
Um,
good question. Europe, what is Europe doing?
yeah, the EWJ, the Japanese market's down today. What about
Yeah, Japan down,
what about
FTSE
EW?
down 1%,
What about
London and Japan
EWG? It's down a bit. German index. down a bit. Man, Reddit's going down to fill this gap here, down at down at $80 by the looks of it. It has lost every moving average.
T. You know what is funny, Brian? That the Bitcoin is still is post-election. Everything is actually trading below post-election, but Bitcoin is still above.
Right.
Down 10%.
Hmm. Tesla now has some big orders around 237, 235. What was I listening to? I was listening to some statistic, some interesting statistic about how much the value of Tesla has dropped. It's like like I can't remember how many trillions, but it's like bigger than some countries' GDP.
Really?
Who's trying to bounce here on the SPY and Qs. But again, since we got that pop at the open, that's what the markets have been doing. All last week, we got these sort of gyrations at the open with the markets, or popped up, dropped a bit, came back up, went to a new high of day, and then sellers just stepped in and just started hitting the sell button. All right. Well, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I've had a decent day, so maybe who knows? I don't know. Maybe we are going to get a bit of a bounce here. Again, we're still below the 20 EMA on the 2-minute chart. SPY still trying to get above the 9 EMA on Qs. Again, technology really taking the brunt of this sell-off here. We're down 3%, over 3% on the Qs. Yeah, IWM's not holding up too bad, primarily probably because interest rates are dropping significantly, and these small cap companies need financing, um, and so they're more interest rate sensitive. The Dow's not too bad. It's only down 0.8%.
All
And
right, guys. So
energy's up.
hand it over to Thor. So Tesla really hold this 239 level like a very nice double bottom.
Yeah.
Market is doing a quick bounce. Like Tesla could potentially another reversal. I mean, I don't know. I might actually take another long on Tesla at 240, but I'm going to hand it over to YouTube to Avi in Paris and
Wow.
chat room. Mr. Thor is here. How are you, boss?
Healthcare is doing okay. It's kind of green today. Consumer defensives are not bad.
Ryan, I'm
Like I
gonna
said,
call off.
energy's up.
It's coming. I
Yeah.
think you need to sign
Yeah.
off as well. Yeah. Cheers, guys.
Okay. Fair enough. I'll see everyone what do we got at the close today? We've got Oracle reporting. So yeah, I'll probably be on for that, and I'm sure Peter and a few other people will be on. Our buddy Jared as well. So hopefully people had a good morning. You didn't try to do too much bottom hunting here. So we'll turn things over. Have a good rest of the morning, guys. Keep it green.
Hey guys, how y'all doing? Can you hear us? Hey Paris, you there?
Hey, how are you?
Very good, very good. Having fun yet today?
Well, I'm in a deeper hole right now,
Oh dear.
trying to
Okay.
get into the same thing that Andrew was doing, trying to catch the bottom on Tesla. Keep getting
Mhm.
stopped out.
Oh, fair enough. Well, bottom's
How about you? How was yours?
I'm just nicely green and done now, done for the day, so
Very
very
nice.
satisfied with the day's work. It's been all right. It's been all right. It's no big deals. You guys got my screen up here. I'll share with you what I got most involved with here on Meta. Very simply, I saw in the pre-market consolidating at the top of the level, well, just under the top level, and then consolidating just above the bottom level, which to my eyes sets up for a breakout going down. So I was waiting for that setup before the open, or just about at the open. And that's the 1 minute action. I tried to catch it at one point. I got stopped at, I think about 9:45, and eventually caught the move. And I just closed the whole thing out now, about 5:90, a few minutes ago, finally, the last little bit out.
That's
And that
amazing.
was
That's
yeah,
amazing.
it was fun. So kept adding in as it goes in my favor, tightened the stop, took partials, added again. It was all risk-free at this point. Added further for the big last push. That was a few minutes ago, closeout. So that's it, just put contracts. That one was good. Had one other small winner on Tesla, a couple other small losers, but this, you have one big one and that's enough. It's a massive green day. So more than satisfied for the day.
Very nice. Very nice. Amazing, Avi. I think, yeah,
Yeah.
Meta, I think anybody who was short today on any ticker, I think your risk management was great, but anybody would have shorted, would have made money out of it, this market.
Yeah, yeah,
This
pretty much. Short day.
The whole reason was it was gapped down so bad as like it has to bounce before it's sells off again. But no bounce. That's uh,
Nothing at all, nothing at all. Oddly enough, the only thing that before the open I thought could be a long was Nvidia.
yeah,
Um, and that was very simply because in the consolidation it put in a hammer at the bottom, so I figured that hammer going to continue at the open, and sure enough, it did. Um, and you got that little pop at the open for the first, what, 15 minutes, and that was it. That was the only real long today. And that kind of
yeah, and
told
I
where the
did
market
trade
opened.
that pop too. I did make money on Nvidia at the open a little bit, but then gave it all back and more on Tesla. So
Fair enough. Yeah, Tesla was tricky. I don't know, even Tesla, I traded it too. Got the initial short right at the open, but didn't catch the move, continuing move. Where you tried to bounce this thing? About 245?
uh, quite a few places.
All right.
I took a bounce. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen right now. So I took a bounce from Uh, 245, yes. Then 239, I've tried 3 times and it hasn't worked. So
All right.
I did trade at the open too, caught a bounce from 252 to 254, but then completely sold off. So I'm
Fair
just
enough.
losing. These small cuts, it keeps adding up because I've already traded like 6 or 7 times on Tesla. And these are like small, small cuts that I keep taking, but they keep adding up. Uh, And sometimes you just don't know when the bottom is gonna be there, and that's why I hate trading bottoms. I don't know why am I trading bottoms today. And I'm a more of a continuation or a trader, but not a reversal trader. But today is one of those days where I don't know. Uh, and I'm still thinking that Tesla could go long, and very tempted to go long too, but not in any positions yet. Uh, so yeah,
Yeah.
so not a great day so far.
Hmm. Fair enough. The market will still keep giving us opportunities. The day's still early, isn't it? So there you
For me, it is it is close to an end. So
go.
I don't know about that. Uh,
All right. Matthew here in YouTube. Yeah, these spy levels you want, they're on the screen now, so you can look at those levels if you like. There you go. Oh, here we go again with these questions, guys. Crypto addicted. You want to know about these Fibonacci levels? God damn. All right, let's start the week. It's Monday. We already got to do this. Shit, man. Okay, guys. Very simply, I look at the 30-minute chart and I pick the 8 a.m. candle and I mark the high and low of that 8 a.m. candle, measure the distance, and then draw lines further up and further down on your chart at the same distance. And don't tell me your charting software doesn't allow you to draw horizontal lines. Okay. It allows every single software out there. That's it. Really, that's it. That's all I do. There you go. And if you look at every YouTube session in the last 3 weeks, you'll see that we discussed this about 3 times in every session. So it's always there. There you go. Cool. What else you guys doing? Oracle, Mr. What do you
Guys,
got?
I'm
T here.
taking a long on Tesla. One more shot on Tesla. Has been a very difficult stock to trade, but taking a long on Tesla right now.
All right.
So now it's
Two.
bouncing. The volume came in. Uh, the only problem is with Tesla is that the continuation volume isn't there. So I'm long from 239.60. So let's see if it give us some chance of continuation or a bounce.
Hmm.
Back to break even now. Stop loss below 239. Yeah, difficult trading overall on Tesla. It's
Let me see if I can find the levels in this area. There we go. So yeah, I got a level on Tesla 237.72, and looks like that's pretty much the low of day so far. That's where it bounced from, and it's on the way up from there, already about $2 up. So
237.72. Oh,
yeah,
that's the low of the day. Yeah.
yeah. So that's one of those measured move levels that I have.
Oh, okay. Oh, really?
Well, it's right there. So let's see if that's the one that holds.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's gonna hold. I'm gonna get stopped out. It's very choppy.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, another stop out soon.
We got here a question from Eric. If you traded on Friday, especially today, seeing $13 sell off on Tesla, we would have gotten a short. We would have gotten 67% of your money back on Tesla alone from MSTR. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean, Eric. This is interesting. You're trying to basically make your money back from one trade that's lost. But The truth is, it's hard to do as a human being because we're all emotional creatures, but you gotta not get entangled with your trades. You lose one trade doesn't mean you make it back on the next trade. The reality is they are separate trades. Even if you're trading the same thing, the same ticker, it might, it's a different setup. You went long early, and then later in the day you find a different short or whatever. And that's the truth of what it is now. Of course, it's very hard to be down a couple of trades and then you don't think about making your money back. You always think about it, of course. But you got to keep trying to remind yourself that these trades are not related, and therefore you avoid revenge trading and going YOLO and going Hulk and all those things that we've all made those mistakes, and you want to avoid them. I don't think you can truly eliminate them completely, but have some mechanisms in place so you don't just go revenge trading. That's an important one. Otherwise, you're just an emotional wreck. What's the point? Yeah.
I agree. That's a very good point. And
Yeah.
there's also one more thing, right? Everybody wants to hit a home run, but nobody wants to hold it for a home run. So sometimes like that, those are the human tendencies that you wanna uh sometimes it's not about the human tendencies either. It's about the process. On what process are you wanna keep in your as a part of your playbook? So let's see if Tesla breaks this 240-50 area, which is a resistance. Let's see if it breaks and pops up. I'm still in there. Trying to wait for it to break.
Nice. What we got here? YouTube, Zach and Z. I look tired. Did I get up earlier? I look tired today. I'm actually pumped. I had a big weekend. I'm satisfied with life. I don't know. I just burnt. Sorry. I've been in the desert all weekend, so I'm probably burnt. Maybe I look tired because of that. Matthew, yeah, the levels on Yahoo Finance are different. Okay. Well, yeah, that's why we use DOS, right? It has all kinds of interesting features. So I picked them off of there, basically. If you can find a reliable source, that's good. The only one I know that's reliable is DOS with these 8 a.m. candles. Guys, Apple was tremendous today. I didn't even draw levels further on the chart. It just went so fast. I didn't bother.
Yeah,
But
Apple sold off really bad today. I was
massive, yeah.
watching it and I was watching it pretty late.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and get the lines on the chart here now for you guys so we can see what it might do. Now, what's interesting is I was trading this morning with my mentees. I was all involved with Tesla and SPY up front, then got into Meta. A lot of guys were just getting into the likes of Apple and Nvidia long. So really fun. A lot of fun this morning. If you're able to just keep your eyes focused on something. But even in the same chat room, same trading room, we're looking at different things because you got to have your own strategy. Everyone's got to have their own strategy. Very critical. And then it works. Strategy that fits your personality. All right. Now we got levels on Apple, basically around 225, 225.29. Wow. On a 30-minute chart, you can see it's so hard to pick the levels here on Apple if you see my screen, but that's why I'm looking at 30-minute candles. And only if the 30-minute candles behave a certain way at a certain level, then I'll pay attention to that level. For now, it looks like it might be 225.29. Let's zoom into the 1 minute and see what it's doing. Yeah, it seems to be finding some support. Doesn't mean it's a long, but for now, at least it's not going down. So Apple's very interesting. Tesla is the same thing, same zone. Yeah, fun. Matthew, you saw the reels? Yeah, it was fun. There's a lot more coming. A lot of guys have all these drones and all kinds of cameras, and they're very good with video editing. So a lot more coming in the next few days.
Oh yeah, I saw that too. Man, that looked awesome. And your car stuck in the desert?
Oh yeah, yeah. And mine was the mildest one, eh? Everyone else got stuck a lot worse than I did. Mine looked like it was buried in the sand, but realistically, I actually managed to get it out without assistance. Got the tow rope off and forget about it. Just you have so much torque, you can just reverse out of there. But yeah, fun. Those trips are always fun.
No, that
We were
looked
on the
really
Saudi
good.
border. Yeah, it's refreshing to do stuff like that. Just get away from it all and go into nature, and you're totally cut off from the world. No coverage, no nothing. It's very nice. So balance out your life.
Okay, finally
Whoa.
it broke. 240.50 broke. So let's see if it is able to hold it. Uh, so it would want to hold and have some continuation. So 241. Yeah, no real continuation. And I think there was a question from like there was a $2 million, sorry, 2 million shares candle at this thing, and why didn't the price move? And that's a very good question. A lot of times, so why does a price move? Let's understand that. The price moves not because of the volume, but it has to be a combination of volume with price. The volume has to, okay, I think I'm gonna get stopped out, man. This is that again. So the volume, so when you see a 2 million share volume, you wanna ask yourself, was it that 2 million shares were stepping up or they were stepping down? Okay, I think I'm gonna get stopped out, guys. 239. The momentum is on the downside. Not stopped out yet. They're still buying at 239.30, but the momentum is on the downside, so the sellers would take over again.
Yeah.
So as a matter of fact, why is oh Apple? I'm actually added more on Tesla. This is like I'm very close to my break even, sorry, stop loss point. So this is the area for it to work. If it doesn't work, then what my thesis is, I'm not gonna lose much. But if it works in my favor, then I'm gonna make a lot of. Uh, so that's the idea.
Nice. Risk management.
Yeah, risk management, but it's the buyers are not stepping up. That's the issue. Now some buyers have stepped up. Let's see if it has some continuation.
Question here from Joy. Yeah, Paris is trading Tesla, not the derivatives, not options.
Yeah, I'm
You can
not
see.
trading derivatives. Yeah, I trade just the direct thing.
And question here
I
from
should be,
Seth.
yeah. TSLL should be, even Andrew did not trade at TSLL. I'm surprised.
Well, today you get plenty of volatility, so
Yeah.
there's plenty. We don't really need to do that. Seth, yeah, that book, The Best Loser Wins. I've got it right here on my desk, actually. Look at that. Sitting right here, right next to my keyboard. So yeah, very good book. Check it out. That guy was a really big high stakes trader, still is. Um, his mindset, really something. So that's the one of the strongest, one of the most powerful books I've read on mindset. And it's more a matter of once you get a grip on trading, then how do you truly level up without going crazy? That's kind of what I got out of that. I'm still reading it. I keep visiting various parts of that book. Um, really good stuff. I recommend it. Yeah. learn from YouTube there. There's a nice name, account name. The trading platform we have is DAS Trader, DAS, DAS Trader Pro. And we have I believe a discount with it through BBT. We've got negotiated a price. So if you're a BBT member, you can get pretty good access to it. Sick Ghost, you want to know, is the strategy better than the previous 5-minute candle strategy I used to trade? Yes. What I've done is instead of just looking at the 5-minute candles for setup and execution, I'm looking at the 30-minute candles for setup. So bigger picture setups, bigger candles, therefore the targets are further away, you can capture bigger moves, all that stuff. And then for executions, I'm going into the 1 minute. So trying to get a tight entry very close to the stop so I can put a tight stop and therefore put a big size and then just wait for it to go to the next target. Either it stops me or it goes to the target. And ideally, I can add in along the way. So that's the whole point of the strategy that I'm using now, and that's been the minor shift in the last 2 months or so in my trading. That's good. Actually, I'm doing a webinar on this, guys, next week on the 20th of March, Trading Terminal. So put that in your calendars. We'll be going through a lot of the strategy stuff that's more recent. So there you go. We'll get more details over there, a lot more.
Oh man, Tesla is a piece of garbage. I am not sure what it is wanna do. It's just circling around at the exact same area. Doesn't wanna go up, doesn't wanna go down.
Yeah, every candle's got wicks on both sides and not going anywhere. I see it.
Yeah, this is not a stock to participate. I am in there, but I don't recommend it. It's this is just like such a balanced price action. No imbalance on anything. One
Oh
point
man.
you see a buyer stepping in, the second point you see a seller stepping in. So no real.
Mhm. Did you take a look at Apple? It's running right off the levels we were talking about just a few minutes ago. It's been pushing just a bit. So interesting.
Nice, nice. Yeah, Apple was, man, it's down 5%.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a reversal setup to my eyes, but you can see it responding to levels very precisely at the moment. Meta as well, actually, pushing the other way. They're all responding at the moment to levels. You see, wow, that is interesting. Damn, I want to go long on Meta, but no, I'm done for the day. That's enough trading. Take it easy. But, there's opportunities, guys, all day. You have SPY retesting yesterday's low from the downside, so the SPX call put options might become interesting soon if it holds. If it holds where it is. Mm. Who's coming to Vancouver? I'm already packed and ready to go, man. Like my boots are in the bag. Everything's good. Just
Oh,
waiting.
really?
Yeah. I just want to go. Time to roll, man. Fun, man. Ryan, yeah, of course. Awesome. I'll go snowboarding too. Ryan's one of my mentees from San Francisco coming out. Yeah, it's gonna be great, guys. Last chance to really get confirmed and book everything you need to book. And then we'll be on our way. It's always my favorite time of the year. It's when we have BBT stuff, especially these summits in Vancouver. Everyone just comes together, So make the trip. But, Amazon. Damn, Amazon. Look at that reversal. I didn't even look at it until now. Take a look at this, guys. Amazon. Wow, let's find levels. I was looking at it earlier for a long. I didn't trade it. I was curious for a little while. Was it long or short? I can't remember. Anyways, let's put some lines on. Well, and see what it looks like. Oh yeah, look, Amazon responded very nicely to the level 191. Phew, right there. It's amazing. And all the way up to 195. Anyone catch that reversal? That's the one that looks good so far. Meta as well in the last few minutes, but I don't see how you would catch that. There you go.
Tesla is, man, I'm in a position on Tesla and this doesn't want to move at all. I don't know what should I do. I can get out, but I don't know what should I do. Right.
Hmm. Wow.
Now it's gonna sell off. So it seems like maybe stop me out.
Hmm. Yeah, it's a tough one. Oof. Dalton, why do these levels work on futures as well? Yes, they work on everything that I've looked at, including the Forex market, including crypto. It's just measured moves, really. Once you identify the measurement, and there's different ways to do it. This is just my way of doing it. But yeah, measured moves work on any price action out there. Then you just refine it to your liking. And for me, the way I refined it is I'm just measuring the 8 a.m. candle. So that's about it. Oh, what's it name? Ojames? Is that right? Ojames 1983. You got Amazon and Apple off the lows. Nice. Nice. You're catching some of this reversal. Again, it's hard to say that these are reversals. These are more likely to be pullbacks, as in it's not going to go back to where it came from, back to the opening price. Unlikely, except Amazon's, I mean, it's already there almost. But everything else doesn't look that way. It looks like you could get a pop up, and that's called a pullback in a bigger picture bearish day. So far, that's kind of the feel for it.
Everything is popping up except Tesla. Nvidia bounced really nice. LTR bounced really nice. Come on, Tesla, you gotta show who the boss is.
Boy. There goes Google as well, guys. Big reversal there. Look at that. I'm not even seeing this stuff. What happened to Tesla? Are you seeing volume on Tesla, Paris? Is there any
There
unusual
is a
volume?
very good volume, of course, but there is a lot of fight. There is like very good volume, the continuous order flow, but there is the volume transactions are a lot at 240. So 240.50 and 239.50 are the areas that the buyers and sellers are dominating each other. Now it's breaking again 240.50. Let's see if it has that continuation to the upside.
Beginning to see a setup on Apple as well for a reversal on a 30-minute picture. Let's put in a hammer at the bottom. And the setup says the new high is the entry, but I'm not trading anymore, but also I wouldn't take it because it's happened after a giant bearish candle, giant bearish move even. So it's hard to trust this bigger picture reversal, like going up to 230. It may go, but see, that setup's almost there. Not quite ready yet. We have a new 30-minute candle in now, so I'm looking around. There you go. Tesla 241, huh? That's the break area. See it
Yeah,
right.
that's the area that I'm looking at. I'm still in it for it to break. I haven't taken any partials yet. So I'm waiting for it to break and maybe go to 241.50. Let me see if I can.
Yeah, NVIDIA as well. Here we go.
Yeah, again that seller took over. So
Yeah, I don't want to go. There's a strategy here, guys, that I could show you that I've been using recently very, very successfully. And I think it's happening now, especially on NVIDIA. Let my screen pop up here and I'll show you. Very interesting. Could happen on Apple too. T App 11. Look at that. All right, there we go. There's my screen up here. The strategy I've been using recently, guys, is the stock's directional, like you see on my chart here, Amazon directional going short, and then it does a reversal. Let's say you don't catch the reversal. So you try and catch the continuation of the reversal. I did a lot of trades like this last week on the SPY, and basically, if you look at the 1 minute now on Amazon, it bounced off the level. Let's say you couldn't pick the reversal. It's not a setup. Even for me, it's not a setup I would look at. But then in this 193 area, in this level, you can see it's an ABCD pattern. It's reversing. It's going in one direction. And it's just consolidating before continuing the reversal. You may trade this as a breakout long or enter during the consolidation if you're able to identify those buyers and sellers and all that activity. And you go for the next level. And even here now at 195, if you identify that it's still in that reversal mode, here's your entry in this zone. If you identify that it's a continuation of the reversal, which for me is this pattern right here, this ABCD. It goes, it relaxes, and it goes again. Nice and smooth. And I see that happening possibly on NVIDIA now as well. And this zone, we missed the reversal, but perhaps it's going to go. NVIDIA is actually more realistic than Amazon because Amazon's already back into the opening range. And Apple as well. Apple's going to take a little bit. But if you look at Apple, it hit the bottom, right? And it started to push up. And again, you have the ABCD pattern. Apple, I think, is tricky. It's got levels everywhere, so it's tougher. But I think NVIDIA is the best opportunity right now. You can even see it on the SPY right now happening. So if you didn't catch the bottom, no big deal. Catch the continuation. The SPY is much more difficult to trade. We can see where it pushed through the level. This level I have on the chart is yesterday's low. It's an interesting one for today's action. So I put it on. You can see how it bounced off and likely to continue the reversal. And again, not necessarily reversal, but at least a good move up, something that's worthwhile. Let's look at AMD. AMD, yeah, possible. I tend to get a little unsure when it's near the opening price. Once it gets there, it may want to stay there, may want to continue down. So that's the zone I'd be careful with. So it's NVIDIA that looks the most realistic at the moment, and Meta. Meta, just always trading Meta. You see that big reversal, you missed it, but look at this. This is that little consolidation now. The breakout happened like 30 seconds ago to 4,600. And then let's see if it gets to 605, which is now in the opening range. So there's opportunities all around, all day long, really. Google as well. Google's a little messier, so not a good example today. There you go. I would say Meta, NVIDIA, and the SPY are good opportunities right now. Whereas Amazon and AMD might still go, but they've already gone a lot. There goes Tesla. Paris, you still holding?
yes, I'm gonna be back, baby.
We're waiting for that catchphrase of yours, that big one.
I only if it goes to 240, that's the area that I'm gonna be back in business. And this is what I was talking about, guys. Like, I'll show when I was talking in the chat room. So this ad at 239.50 something area, right? This was a very heavy ad because it was very close to my stop loss. So, and that's exactly what I was talking about. When you go very heavy, you are not risking a lot on your stop, but if that works out, you're gonna come back very profitable. So that was the whole intention. So now if this works out in my favor and 242.70 gets filled, I'll be back in business. All the stops that I, covered, sorry, all the stops that I took, all the minor cuts that I took, one trade can bring you back in the business. So yeah, and I'm just waiting for that. And if it continues to go higher, then I'm gonna end up solid green on the day. So and that's the beauty of risk management, guys. If you are not able to manage your risk properly, that's when it messes up your profits. But you can very consistently make good money if you are able to manage your risk well. Come on, 50, 20 cents. Come on. Bring me back in business. Back. Bring me back.
Nice work with the risk management. And that's it, guys. You can add in as long as you keep tightening your stops when you add in. That's basically scaling in. It goes big. When it goes in your favor, it goes big. I mean, yeah, it's amazing. It actually triples in the P&L side as
Yeah.
RVO is concerned. Even the trade I had today should not have been, it should have been 1/3 the size, but because I scaled in and did not profit, I
Boom.
just
Boom. I got filled. Back in business, guys. Now I'm break even. So now anything that goes up, I'm still holding 50% of my position. So if it goes up, then I am gonna be profitable.
Nice. Brilliant. There you go, guys. Trading is not all winning. It's about managing risks and still taking good trades even after taking a few losses. Really good stuff. That's the reality of it every day. So you can see it right here. Great example, man. Here. Carl, you got NVIDIA as well on 7. Okay, nice. Who else got a piece of this with Paris, huh? Tesla. Lots of
I
fun.
love you, Tesla.
That's it. That's it. Likes for that. Likes for that. Come on. We were just waiting for that catch line. Come on, guys. Like that one. Great stuff. Yeah. Very good. That, what do you consider the hammer on a 30-minute consolidation? Which hammer? Which chart are you looking at? Let me know and I can take a look for you. Apple, okay. You want to look at Apple? You're looking at a hammer at the bottom there. Yes, like I said earlier, I don't like that hammer there. There's two reasons for it. One is there's no room to the left, and I discussed that plenty in the webinars about the details of the strategy. And the other is it's happened after a massive bearish candle. So this could just be a pullback. It's not one of those massive reversals that I like to take. So you can trade a pullback, scalp it basically, but it's not that big reversal kind of setup. Not for what I like to see. More than anything, it's just tweezer bottoms, which is a decent setup for a scalp going upwards, which has already happened, it looks like.
So now it's looking like it wants to, well, let's see if it holds the 241 area.
Yep. Breakout retest, right? 241.
Yeah. It's a very, very clean 240. 50 was a very close target, and then 241 was the where they were trying to. So I would want to see 240, 50, and 241 hold. If it again sells off, then I'll stop out at break even. There's nothing. Now I'm not gonna lose money on it. Now I'm not gonna stop out at below 239. I'm gonna stop out at the break even because it has already broken out. It should have retested it at these areas, and if it is gonna continue, it can actually go higher. But if it doesn't continue, then you gotta stick to your, because anything below 240.50 is where the character of a stock is still negative. So I'm still gonna give a little bit more room just because I have a better average.
That's very good. Yeah, once you're risk-free, that's good, man. No love lost with Tesla, right?
Yeah, no love lost for Shalata. It may help me back to break even, so I'm okay. If that 240 to 70, then I would have hated Tesla. Then
Ooh. Notice I'm beginning to look at potential shorts here on AMD and Amazon now. Better than most other shorts. On a 30-minute picture. Again, I'm not trading, but these setups are coming together slowly. That's just two. Mandeep, you got a question here. Why is it always easy to take the trade, then to wait for the setup? Why is it always easy to take the trade and then wait for the setup? What do you mean? Take the trade first and then wait for the setup? What you should do is wait for the setup, then take the trade. And if you believe in the setup, as in you back tested it, you've traded it in the simulator and paper trading, all that stuff, you got your statistics, you got your probabilities, you know what you're doing, then taking the trade is easier because you know you're gonna lose generally this much and gain this much, as in this your probabilities, your winners and losers. And once you got that belief system in you and you've proved it to yourself, that makes it easier to trade as long as you stick to it, you know, keep your discipline. If that's your question. Not really sure. Dean, what's up, man? I was trading with Dean this morning too, guys. One of my mentees. You want to know about Meta? Meta is rejecting yesterday's low. It's also one of those measured move levels, but it's not a retest of a breakout. Not to my eyes. I wouldn't touch it. Not here. There we go. We got a bit of a push down on most things. Look at that,
yeah, Tesla
Amazon.
is gonna stop me out at break even too. I think SPY sold off, everything sold off. That's why everything
Yeah,
is dropping.
things pushing down. Anyone catching the shorts? I was just mentioning it. Amazon and AMD are the ones that I think are decently set up. Mostly AMD. About 3 minutes ago. More than other things, but yeah, everything's pushing down. It is. Just watching some SPX contracts here. And seriously, just on that one little candle push, it moved $5. The contract moved $5. How many contracts can you take? I keep calculating this in my head. I'm like, how do I trade SPX? It's a bit scary even just to think about. Oh my goodness. Zero DTE options, all this stuff. It's a mad world. Yeah, there you
So
go, guys. Pierre got a webinar on the 13th, 5 p.m. Eastern. Check it out. Yeah, here's the link, guys, in our chat here in YouTube for Pierre's webinar this week. Trading terminal, so it's free before you guys ask. You don't have to be in BBT to get that one. Okay. What's going on here with this market? Did you get out of Tesla first, or are you still
No, it did not stop me out. It came very close, but
nice?
I'm still, my stop loss is at break even.
That's nice. You held through. You survived that. Brilliant.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm still very uncertain that it's gonna pop up. It's majorly dependent on the SPY. If the SPY pops up, then the Tesla pops up. But if SPY doesn't, then but able to survive that, that was a big pullback. That's an area of just because I have a good entry and I did not add to my position, my average is still, I think, yeah, so I was able to survive this, but not the second leg. If this turns out to be a second leg on Tesla, and then I'll get stopped out. So let's see if it gives a second leg or it pops up above 241 again.
Nice. Let's see. Big reversals, everyone. It's the end of the bear market. Here we go. Pop up. Neil Weber, that's EST. All times that we talk about here are Eastern time, market time, because we got people all over the world. I mean, should I tell you the webinar's at 10 p.m.? That makes sense to me because that's like, whatever, noon Eastern. So it's always Eastern time, everything here. Yeah. Look at that. Pop down, then pop up. This is wow.
Yeah, Tesla is, I think Tesla would make me profitable on the day. End up.
Nice.
Let's see, if it goes to 245, I'm gonna end up very profitable. I just want 245. I don't want reversal. Just give me 245.
To imagine today at the open, it moved twice that distance in the first hour. Ridiculous. Just massive candles. Wow. Yeah. What's interesting is the SPY also provided another reversal opportunity. Well, if you like to see such things, basically a higher low. It's not exactly a double bottom, but it's if that's how you trade, if you're looking at who's taking over bears or bulls, and you can see here the lows getting higher. So this is more the bulls in charge than your 1 minute high would have been an entry about 3 minutes, 4 minutes ago. I don't exactly trade that way. In this strategy, you would actually even take in the previous long that happened about 15 minutes ago as well. These are indications. Higher lows and lower highs, good indications.
Yeah, now I'm gonna get stopped out break even. Close to my break even point.
Wow, yeah, it's just back to 240 to test.
Nvidia, SPY, Tesla trying to hold, but no buying strength that I see. Tesla is very similar to trading SPY, and that's not a good thing. Usually, Tesla has its own catalyst, Tesla has its own price action, but it's just trading very similar to SPY.
Yeah, today definitely. You can see it. Damn shame. The SPY is tricky. There's wicks everywhere. Sanjay, you're looking at Meta. You're long on Meta, all right? Cool. Make sure you're doing it based on a strategy that you believe in. That's what matters. It did reverse. It could continue. I don't know. You got to get through yesterday's low. I think that's a point of resistance for Meta. Just over 600. Hardeep saying, when do you become profitable in trading? For me, it was about 3 years, 3.5 years, something like that. I think Paris was approximately that time frame as well.
Yeah, same. 3.5 years. Very long 3.5 years.
There you go. And it's worth it, guys. I can tell you. If you survive the learning curve, it's worth it. And the tools available to you now make it a lot easier than it was 5 years and 7 years ago. We have all this funded account, we have a replay mode, all kinds of stuff. So you have boot camp. There's a lot of opportunities to learn, different ways to learn. Prabheet saying, I don't recommend going full-time trading up front. Don't put too much pressure on it. Everyone learns at their own pace. So keep your regular job, keep your income, and slowly, if your trading starts to work for you, then slowly you might think about replacing your income with trading. But that should be a very slow and gradual process. And even then, it's healthy to have other income anyway. Just, even if trading is massively profitable, still it's healthy to have other income. So just to keep the pressure off it, even just for that. And also,
100% agree with Avi. Very, very important point, guys. Like, even though one another thing is, like, a lot of people think that if you're profitable, why do you need some other thing, right? But it is the trading is such a career, or the way that we have been raised in the day-to-day world, right? If we make an effort, or if we start, like, if we dedicate some time to a certain thing, we expect to be making money out of it, right? We expect that, okay, so if we work this much, we worked 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours, whatever we were working, and you get a payment out of it. Everybody comes through a different background of jobs and everything, but you at least expect that thing, right? But trading is such a thing that you will do, like, perfect job, like perfect entries, exits, perfect. You'll dedicate 8 hours, 9 hours, but it'll still end up making a loss. And it's very difficult to accept it. It's very difficult to fact that, oh, I dedicated this much of time. And then you have an additional pressure of, family, friends, whatever, to, it's a performance sport. So, very important point to understand that you need, because there will be days that you will end up negative, there will be days that you'll not have a good day, and what can you fall back on? Even though you will have money in your account, or rather, not falling back, it's having, how can you, like, you would want some distraction out of it. And that another thing that you're working on, it could be a full-time job, or it could be anything like a part-time hustle that you're working on, or part-time thing that you're working on. Have something on the side that you can get yourself distracted to, else it would be very difficult to just, else what you would do is just, bother yourself thinking about how badly you traded, how much you lost money. So you have to find a way to distract yourself. And that's why Avi has something else. Andrew has its own company. I have a different thing, and I keep consulting. Like, I could do part-time consulting of, working on certain projects or something. And I do that because, you wanna have something on the side. It's not about the money. It's about the, right mindset when you're trading on or when you are when you're a trader. Some people do it in a real estate, some people do it. So I know a lot of people, and they do it to distract themselves, or in the world of trading. Sometimes even you're done on the day, you want to distract yourself by getting out of the trading desk. If you're wrong on the day, you will wanna you once you're done on the day, you'll still want to have some distraction to work on something else, and then not ponder about, or now not blame yourself, or not negative self-talk to on how badly you traded. So that's very important point to keep that in mind.
Absolutely, guys. There you go. Please think about that. Again, a lot of people make that mistake to jump into trading expecting to replace everything else, but
Yeah, by the way, I got
everybody.
stopped out break even on Tesla.
All right. Well, good. At least you're back in the game.
Yeah, at least
There you
back
go.
break even. So
Nice. Nice. And also, guys, trading doesn't always satisfy, as in what value are you adding to the world? Huh? What are you doing for people? So at least for me, there's that side of it too. And doing something else that satisfies, we can help people. You're providing some value. That satisfaction that you can get from other kinds of work, I find that hard to find in trading. So there's that reason to do other things as well. So always looking for that. And anyways, trading doesn't take very long. If I trade just 2 hours a day, I'm plenty. That's more than I need, really. I'm just here longer. But there's plenty of good reasons to maintain other things outside. Gaurav, you provide liquidity. Yes, you provide that value to the world. Thank you. Please keep providing options liquidity. I'll take it.
that's a great point. That's the value that I'm adding to the market.
Shit. What do you got? Like 1 million contracts on the SPX? Warren Buffett's providing liquidity. Oh, that's good fun.
Okay, I think it's top of the hour, Avi. I'm glad you had a great day. Me too, back to break even, so I'll still call it a day. And then people in the YouTube, have a great rest of the day. Do sign up for Vancouver if you haven't already done yet. And looking forward to see you and meet with you, everyone. Take care, Avi, and take care, everyone.
All right. Thanks, Paris. Thanks, everyone on YouTube. It's been fun. Keep it green and see you all in Vancouver. See you tomorrow again.